to Giants Sports Talk Live here on the Saturday night. Talking some Giants baseball. We'll talk a little bit about the prospects. We'll get into the top 10 that are currently in the Giants farm system. That gets updated. If I'm not mistaken, I think they update that, twice a year, something like that. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at what the top 5 will bring us as far as San Francisco Giants fans. And then, hey, maybe we could talk, who's going to be part of the future? Maybe who can be used as trade, right? Something like that. All right, see a whole group out there. Croquet film, let the fun begin. Tom was out there. Grand Admiral, yes, sir. I shaved. Couldn't do it no more, man. I just couldn't. Mike Ass Sr. is out there. William Mark. Coming in with some strong words right off the top. And you got Darren out there. Again, welcome all. All right. So let's see what we have here. Of course, guys, we'll talk about what's out there in the off-season stuff. Saw some more stuff on good old Sugano. I really don't want to deal with that. Really don't want to deal with that. But hey, what are you going to do? All right, here we go. Prospect rankings 2024. San Francisco Giants. Of course, you got the top 100. You got top 10 by position. The draft international stats. Blah blah blah. We'll take a look to see what's going on here, guys. Again, we're gonna do the top 10. See how far we're getting along with that, and see what's going on. Darren, I love it, man. Love it. Eric, looking as young as a Japanese pitcher with a sub-2 ERA. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't give a crap. Honestly, I don't care. I saw that too. Rock's not going to even. Sugano. Yes. Thank you, Daniel, for the correct pronunciation. Sugano. Or is it Sugano? Sugano? Chant. Oh, man. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what we got, and then we can get into the other stuff. Of course, top of the list, not a surprise, of course, is Bryce Eldridge, our future first baseman. Again, there's a lot of potential there. Last year, some of these guys I know a little bit about, some of them I don't. But there was a lot of talk, of course, about Eldridge last year. Generated a lot of excitement. The guy just rocketed through the minor leagues. He went from low A San Jose all the way up to triple A Sacramento in one season, mind you. Was that wise? Would you guys say that was wise? Probably not. They were probably pushing him. I think maybe Farhan was trying to show, hey, look, I could get guys up here in no time. Maybe that could have been something to that, right? I hate to think that way, but come on. We know he's talented, but look, you don't want to rush a guy when he's probably not quite ready. He might be ready in certain aspects, but not in all aspects. And that's something. What's up, Morkenna? Yes, I am. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, who talked about Kyle Haynes was in an interview talking about they want a person who's going to come and make a contribution to the big club to be well-rounded in all aspects of the game. Yeah, sure, his bat might be able to play, but maybe his defense lacks. Maybe it's the other way around. Yes, very good, Mark. Reeks of desperation. Again, talking about having Bryce Eldridge just fly through the minor leagues. It's just a little bit weird. All right, hey, let's see what they got. What are they saying about Bryce Eldridge? Again, the number 1 pick in the San Francisco Giants system. Of course, slated to be a first baseman. His ETA 2026. But you may see him sometime here in 2025, maybe. We'll see. I think he needs to start off in the minor leagues, again, just to make sure he's good to go. You don't want to rush the guy. What are they saying about this guy? Make sure it shows up there. Okay, it does. Good. What are they saying about Bryce Eldridge? Look at that. Got a chance to see him play, too. I don't know how many of you were able to get a chance to see Bryce Eldridge play, but it was fun. I like what I saw. Again, it was one game, but I liked what I saw. It was fun. Went down there to Sacramento with a few of the guys from the chat, Mo G, Ibrahim, and Santa. What is his name's Jose, but I can't remember, Bay Area sports guy or something like that. Something to that effect. All right, let's get into this 1 second. All right. Here we go. 20 years old. Again, was only playing high school baseball about a year and a half ago. Bats left, throws right. He's 6'7", 223. You want to follow him on Twitter? There's his Twitter, guys. All right, here we go. Scouting grades. Hit 50. Power 60. Run 40. Arm a 60. Field a 50. And overall 55. Best two-way talent. Okay, let's get away from that two-way talent because the guy is not going to be a pitcher. All right. Won MVP honors during the 2022 18 and under World Cup after homering and spinning a shutout. Don't worry about the pitching. Though an ankle injury limited him on the mound last spring, he still continued to dominate both ways. Talking about his high school, again, drafted out of high school, guys. To its second Virginia Class 6 title in 3 seasons and winning Gatorade State Player of the Year award. Signed for almost $4 million as the 16th overall choice. Last July, he homered 6 times in 31 games and reached single A in his pro debut. Eldridge's raw power ranked among the best in 2023 class and is his best attribute. He already hits the ball harder than most minor leaguers as a teenager. Thanks to a quick left-handed stroke and the strength and leverage in his 6'7" or 6'7" frame, he can crush the ball out of any part of the park and also shows some feel for hitting with relatively compact swing for his size and the disciplined approach. Okay, real quick, guys. I think we've seen that. For those of you who are following us here on Giant Sports Talk Live, anytime they had any type of clips of Eldridge Reed show. What's up, Greg? Good to see you, man. Great show earlier this evening. Good stuff, man. But we saw his power firsthand. Opposite field power, of course, the poolside power. The guy is something. He's special with the bat. There's no doubt about it. Whether it's going to be able to play in the major leagues, that's to be determined. We all think it may, but let's see what happens, guys. PJ, they're going to sign Profar Kim, 2 pitches, one being Flaherty, and the other one fans, and tell the fans they tried. PJ, maybe, but let's see what happens. Nothing's happened yet. We'll get into it, though. All right, anyways, back to his power swing. Yeah, we saw it both in San Jose, in Eugene, in Richmond, and, of course, in Sacramento. The guy may be special. We'll see what happens. Despite his below average speed, Eldridge is more athletic than most players his size. He spent his first pro summer in right field before moving to first base, where he displays soft hands and a plus arm strength and should provide at least average defense. He was interested in trying to play both ways, blah, 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 blah. Okay, who cares? Giants are going to focus him solely on hitting. All right, here, you want to take a look at his stats, guys? Let's take a look at his stats. Career. Last year. Wait, what was 2020? Yeah, I don't want to worry about that one. Let's do 2024. All right, this is what we want to see right here. So for 4 teams, batted .291, had a .374 on base, slugged .516, OPS of 890. Guys, get stupid. There we go. Let's bring this over more. Was able to play 116 games, had 446 at bats, 130 hits, 27 doubles, 23 home runs, 92 RBIs. Struck out 132 times. A little bit on the high side, right? But that'll come. And walked 59 times. All right. Again, that's Bryce Eldridge, guys. Let's see if there's any news on this guy. Okay. Nope, don't want to worry about that. Video, we've already seen. Hey, Let's check this out here. Let's check out his go-ahead home run. Why don't we? Here we go. Check it. Nope, can't do it. This is hard. Can't do it. All right. Anyways, guys, there is your little synopsis of what Bryce Eldridge has done. Again, he's looking good. Whether or not it's going to produce, we'll see. But I think he's definitely going to start off there. Oh, are you here? Oh, he's here. What's up, man?
Hey, I was just getting Caitlin at work Saturday night. Had to walk her back. Not safe out there. So
got it.
My daughter's back. LD, you're not the only one late. So sorry.
Right on. Okay.
Priorities.
Absolutely. Talking top prospects. We're going to go into top 10. Already just got done talking about Bryce Eldridge. Again, hey, man, this is going to be the guy. Hey, but hold on, guys. I read something in there. His defense might be average, and he can't run very good. I don't know, man. I think we should trade him. Glenn, what do you think? Think we should trade Eldridge?
Come on, man.
No.
You get me going. I'm just here. What?
He's his average. No, come on. Isn't that the whole thing? We got to have everyone has to play awesome defense. They got to run the bases like the wind. Otherwise, they ain't worth nothing, man. You know, you can't sign Juan Soto because his defense is average. So why do we have a first baseman who's going to get ready to enter the major leagues within a year, but he's got bad defense, man? I should say average. It's average, man. We can't have average. You can't have average, man. We got to do better than that.
My daughter asked, is Eric in the mood tonight?
Of course. I'm always in the mood, man. Always.
He is.
Goodness gracious. Couldn't we draft someone better? Gosh, defense, man. Pitching and defense. You guys know where I'm going with that, right? Come on. It's called sarcasm, guys.
Oh, my.
Sarcasm. All right. Anyways, here we go. Look at this. This guy, James Tibbs III, was only drafted last year, and he's already number two. Number 2 in the system. The guy, right? Didn't he play all 4 years in college? And I think that's probably why he's more seasoned. So he's a little bit more prepared than some of these other young guys. Again, because of experience. Let's take a look at James Tibbs, his bio. 22 years old, bats left, throws left. 6 foot, 201 pounds. Again, there's his Twitter. If you guys want to follow him on X Twitter, here's his grades: a hit 60, power 55, run 40. Come on, guys. Arm 50, field 40, overall 50. Come on, guys. What's this? Run 40, fielding 40. We can't have that. Come on, man. No. Bishop is not on the list. Not on the top 10. Not on the top 10. Come on. I don't care if he can hit. Anyways, the third best offensive prospect in the 2021 Georgia high school class behind first rounders Brady House and Harry Ford. Tibbs had a bat over athlete profile that led him to Florida State rather than the draft. He improved throughout his 3 years with the Seminoles. There you go. Culminating at a 363, 488, and a 777 slash season with 28 homers in 2024 that earned him the Atlantic Coast Conference Player of the Year and Scholar Athlete of the Year accolades. Hey, there you go. I like that. Smart guy. Selected 13th overall by the Giants, he signed for $4 million. Oh, look, almost $4.7 million he signed for. They paid more for him than they did Eldridge. Wow. Few college players in the 2024 draft could match Tibbs' combination of swing decisions and hard contact. He cut his strikeout rate from 32% as a freshman to 12% as a junior, while improving his walk rate from 12 to 18%. I like it. And he also grew into solid power that plays to all fields. He has a smooth, quick, left-handed stroke, packs plenty of strength in his 6 foot, 201 pound, and has made adjustments to close the holes he had once had against breaking pitches. Tibbs played left field as a freshman, primarily first base as a sophomore, and right field this spring. With his below average speed and average arm strength, left field is a realistic best case scenario. Even if he does wind up at first base, he has the bat profile as a quality regular. I don't think he's going to be a first baseman. What do you think? I think the first base is already locked up right there.
Don't have room for him, do we?
No. Oh, here we go. This is what he did this year. Not like Eldridge, but okay. 241, on base 293. It's a little rough. Slugging 343, 636 for his OPS, had 108 at bats. Not a lot of power. 2 home runs, 5 doubles, 36 strikeouts, and how many at bats? 108. Okay. Sitting at about a 30%. No stolen bases. Again, it's his first year, so I'm not going to be too hard on that guy, right? Not too hard. But again, is this guy okay? Let's talk about this. Bryce Eldridge is probably a guy you're going to keep, right, Glenn? I'm not. You're not going to, unless you're getting someone that's. If you're getting someone like a Paul Skeens or something like that, okay, right? We're staying with Bryce. James Tibbs III. What do you think? We got a lot of outfield depth. We got Matos, soon to be Luciano. Would he be a guy you want to trade?
You know, one thing I see about Tibbs there, Eric, and it seems to, I don't know if it's a Farhan thing. Correct me if you believe differently. But don't the San Francisco Giants always tend to like linking themselves to players that you can spot in? You just said Tibbs, first base, left field, right field. So he's a guy that, you know what? You can find a spot for him if he's that good. Yep. I mean, you're gonna there's no way I'm putting him at first base with Eldridge on the rise and potentially the future at that corner. But that's what I like about players in our system, guys that can you plop in all over the place.
Yeah. And
the
again,
Giants seem to like those kind of players, Eric.
But would you think he's a keeper? Or do you think would you add him in a trade? I don't know what kind of value he would have, to be honest with you. Again, he's young. I mean, you have a lot of control over the guy, right? But is that something? I don't know, to be honest with you. His ETA
to be fair, Eric, to be fair, we don't know enough about these guys.
Nope.
I don't think the team does. I mean,
and if you think about it, I mean, you also got Matos, right? He's an outfielder. You got McRae, who's already ahead of Tibbs.
Well, it just goes to show you, though, that this organization has got to decide the route they're going to take, Eric.
You're right. You're absolutely
correct.
Are
you looking long-term, short-term, or today?
We don't know if have the Giants picking a lane yet? Not yet. We got to wait until after this offseason is finito. Once the offseason in, we'll have a better understanding what lane that we're going to go.
Looks to be some talent there on that list, Eric. So if you're locked in on, say, 5 years from now, then let the boys play in the minors. But like you say, pick a lane. We don't even know if the Giants know what lane they're in yet. There's been no indication.
Or as Senior said, the team does. Okay, maybe they do. Maybe they already know. You want to see a video, Tim? Well, maybe we. Let's see. Let's see if we can do that. Because it's the vault. I don't know. I think we can play a few seconds. Let's see what he's got here. It's going to open up a new damn window. Give me a minute. See? What a pain in the butt.
Ooh, love those jerseys.
Hold on. Waiting for the ad to get through, and then I'm going to pause it. Then we can take a gander.
Speaking of ads, show's brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
There you go.
I'd say better.
And let me pause it. Yep, because this is minor league stuff anyways. Ooh, that zoomed in a little bit too much.
Yeah, the quality might be that.
The quality isn't the greatest.
On the subside, but we'll see.
Oh, there we go. Hello. Oh, look at that. They changed it up. Okay. Bingo. Bingo.
All right, here we go.
Bink.
Holy cow.
Yeah, you can't miss that, man. That was middle in. Those are the ones you don't want to miss. Look at it one more time here.
Yeah, can I see that again? I'm focusing on that swing. You can't blink. Wow.
Bink. That was nice. That was nice. All right. What else we
Johnny
got?
Olerud. Johnny Olerud swing. Woo.
Okay, there we go. Let me see if there's another one. No. That was his first professional home run. Tallies 4 hits. Let's look at this one real quick. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be an ad. Yep, here comes an ad. So just give me a minute here.
Okay, well, that's coming up. Senior says they've already picked their lane. What do you think it is, Eric?
I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Honestly, we don't. There we go. Check this out. Boosh! James Tibbs third. Tallies 4 hits. There we go. Boink. Okay. Bink. He doesn't look 6 foot, does he? He looks shorter than 6 foot.
No, he's coming in on top of that ball. Like that swing, though.
Boosh.
Very
Oh, that was
compact
nice.
swing, Eric.
Yeah, he does. He does. And let's go one more. Here we go. Bink. Oh, it goes the other way. Nice.
A little flare.
A little dead duck to left. All right, there we go. Right on.
Like they say in Moneyball, PMG says he gets on base.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, what the heck? Oh, here. Yeah, I guess we could keep it that way. I zoomed in too much. This looks way better.
By the way, looking handsome, Eric.
Hey, how about that, huh? I had to do it, man.
Looks good.
Couldn't stand it no more. Couldn't stand it no more. Again, he's in high A, Eugene. But they expect him to show up next year. There we go. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get to our first pitcher.
Here we go.
A lot of people talk about him. Carson Whisenhunt. Let's see what this guy is all about, huh? Let's see what he's about.
ETA this year.
Yes. Oh, let's go to bio. He's 24. All right. A little bit, not, I'm not going to say long in the tooth, but he's a little bit older. Throws left. He's 6'3", 209 pounds. Drafted in the 22 draft.
Thank you.
He was in the second round, 66 pith. ETA is next year, or this year, I should say. His Twitter, if you want to follow him. Here we go. Fastball 55, curveball 50, changeup 70. Whoo! Whoo! Cutter is a 50, control 45. That's something he's going to have to work on. Overall 50. Again, he's been in the minors for a little while. Last year he was in did he spend most of his time in Sacramento? We'll look here when we bring up the stats. While Whisenhunt ranks as the best healthy college left-hander in the 22 draft, he didn't throw a pitch for the East Carolina that spring because the NCAA suspended him for the season after testing positive for performance-enhancing drug. He displayed his usual stuff in the Cape Cod League before the Giants made him the final pick in the second round and signed him for a well over slot of $1.8 million. He recorded a 2.45 ERA in 16 starts and reached AA 2 months into his first full pro season before getting shut down with elbow sprain late in July. Whisenhunt owns one of the best changeups in the game, a plus weapon that approaches hitters in the low 80s before tumbling at the plate. He can manipulate the depth and shape of his cambio and sells it with the same arm speed that he uses to produce the 92 to 95 mile per hour fastballs that tops out at 97. Heard this one before. Remember Harrison? Mm-hmm. Though his heater features some sink and can bore in on right-handers, it isn't especially lively, and he must command it well to avoid barrels. The biggest key in Whisenhunt's development going forward will be finding a dependable breaking option. And he's having a bit more success this year with his upper 70s curveball while also adding a mid-80s cutter. He's athletic and repeats his delivery well. Though his control and command have regressed in AAA in 2024, he comes with the ceiling of a mid-rotation starter as well as a high floor. And he could help San Francisco in 2024, which was last year, if he stays healthy. Let's look at his stats, guys. 2023, I think. Let's see. What did he do? Okay, he was. Let's just look at what he did last year. He started off in San Jose and went straight to Sacramento. See, matter of fact, in San Jose, he did what? He pitched 2 games. How many innings did he even pitch? 5 innings. So he pitched 1 game. Went straight to Sacramento. Look at that ERA. Not very good. Had 104 innings pitched. Gave up 14 home runs. Had 135 strikeouts, 53 walks. How many innings pitched? Oh, yeah, he's well over. Look at that. He's well over the 9 per inning, man. I like that. Or 9 per game, I should say. There's his whip. Whip's not that great.
He's
and
fine.
That's the average. But we'll see what happens. I don't know, man. What do you guys think?
You enlightened me. Did I miss it? Was I alone, guys? I didn't know PEDs were a part of his bio.
Yeah. You know who else's PEDs are part of their bio? Logan Webb.
Oh, no. There you go.
When he was in the minors.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Benji.
Anyways, so, I mean, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys like? Do you guys like Whisenhunt? Everyone talks about him. They say he has a devastating changeup. Has to work on another off speed. They say his fastball is a little bit too straight. I don't know.
Do you think he's a surprise? Makes the club next year? They say they predict 25, Eric.
Maybe. Look, there's a lot of guys ahead of him too that I think are in the pecking order, because you still got Landon Roop and Mason Black and Keaton Wynn. What's his name? Beck is still out there. Joshua says could be a good trade piece. Maybe you do trade this guy. Maybe you make him part of a package, guys. Again, the Giants have a lot of depth in starting pitching, so I don't know who. Okay, let's talk about it, guys. Since we're talking about pitchers, who would be a guy that you want to package together if the Giants are wanting? If you want to get a trade done, who would you want to trade?
Webb.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone? Harrison, Whisenhunt, Roop, Black, Beck, Wynn, Birdsong. I don't think you could trade Ray. Ray, I think you're stuck with. Hicks, I think you're stuck with. Hell of this, hell of that. We need a bat that hits 30 home runs. How about you? Can you trade for someone? Trade Beck. Joshua, trade Ray. I don't know if you could do that. You're going to have to eat some salary, right? You're going to have to eat some salary if you want to try to trade Ray. Trade Ray.
Trade away Ray.
I mean, what do you think?
Problem with this conversation, and quite honest, when I saw your thumbnail, Eric, this is a tough conversation for me. Maybe for some in the chat. I mean, we can, it's just a guesstimate, Eric. I don't know enough about these players, to be honest with you.
Well, that's why we're talking about it.
You know, I don't know enough. When you say trade Whisenhunt, then we trade him, and the guy becomes a, Randy Johnson-esque player, and you go, what were the Giants thinking? What were people thinking? You don't know. You don't know.
Look, there are some guys out there that are can't miss, right? Paul Skeens, for example. He was a can't miss, right?
I think Bryce Eldridge just can't miss, Eric.
Could be. He might be. Might be. Again, the Giants have a lot of pitching depth. When you want to trade, a lot of teams, especially if you want to trade a position player, they're going to want some young, controllable arms that they could do something with. I don't know. Webb is the only one with significant trade value, as the only one with a multi-year track record. But hey, Kenneth, you're correct on that. But there's a lot of clubs out there that also, Zach Wheeler took forever to get where he was, though, guys. You got to remember that. That's why I don't care about that trade, because Zach Wheeler wasn't good for like 4 or 5 years after the Giants had traded him to the Mets.
Yeah.
So I'm not so upset about that trade, to be honest with you. The guy it took him forever to develop. Sorry about that, Ibrahim.
Senior says, class is in session, Eric.
Well, yeah, we're talking about this, guys. So, this is our first pitcher. And I think this is a strength that the Giants have as far as you can't look, it's hard for Giants to trade position players because they just don't have a lot of them that are worth a damn. I don't want to say, I hate saying that, but worth a damn. Giants have a lot of good starting pitching, and you can't have that. You got a 40 man, right? And you got the 26 man. You can only put so many pitchers on your roster. You're going to have an overabundance. So who do you part ways with if you want to get a trade done?
Grant says Tibbs, Jordan, Arias should be traded. Well, don't forget, as we stand right now, that 9.25, Eric, we put into Yastrzemski's bank account. That's 1 year.
Yep. Grand Admiral, he to his point, Glenn, Giants have a lot of look at this. In the top 5, we got 3 outfielders. And we already got
but think of the future. Think of the future, Eric.
I get it. And they're going to take some time because look, Rayner isn't going to be ready until he's going to be ready for a while. So he'll be in the minors for a while. Dakota could be in there for a couple of years. But look who the Giants also have already, though. You already have Ramos. You already got Lee. You got Matos. You got McRae. You got Meckler. I mean, you got some outfielders already ahead. So I mean, there's a little bit of a traffic jam, if you will, in that position as well. So I mean,
I'm not high on.
We'll have to see. I think the Giants should trade from their depth. They could, maybe we'll see it. Hey, maybe we'll see it here in the next couple of weeks, Glenn. A high possibility the Giants make a trade. High possibility. I think you've got a better chance of seeing something big happen through a trade rather than through free agency.
Yeah.
Oh, and Encarnacion, I forgot about it. Well, Yaz, you got 1 more year. And then Encarnacion, and who knows? Yaz could be traded. We don't know.
I said it on the show earlier today, though, Eric. I still don't understand everyone's. And I'm reading it all over the web. I was over on MLB.com today reading a few articles, Eric, and they're like, this could be setting up a trade. And I just don't see. I don't know. Is it just me, Eric? Is it just me thinking that other teams don't want to pay $10 million?
You know what may happen? Part of that trade, maybe you have to pay $5 million of it.
Then what the hell were we signing them for 10 for?
I don't know.
I'm not going to pay you a day's wages and send you home at noon, Eric. Pay you when I know.
I don't know, man.
That might be the case. I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Get it.
That's why I said I was in full agreement in signing Yaz to 2 years, but each year you're paying him about $6 million as a 4th outfielder. That's where I was leaning. That's fine. Defensive replacement. You give him 2 years. He's got 2 years guaranteed money instead of 1. I thought maybe, hey, that might be the path to go, but they went a different path. Now you're paying him 9. Who knows? We'll see. Again, let's wait to see what happens at the end of this offseason because maybe he's part of a trade.
Something else, guys. I think that if to have a plan in place, you can't break with the plan. To me, the San Francisco Giants have had no plan, especially with the shuttle going back and forth between Sacramento and San Francisco. I mean, it was back and forth last year. Eric, when an opportunity arises like last year, when you've got Matos, 16 RBIs, player of the week, if he's not in your plans, man, there is your capital. That's when you move him. That's when you say, hey, oh my God, he's hot. Maybe we should keep him. Oh, well, we're going to send him back to the Eric, trade. When the poker's hot, man, that is when to do it. And I don't understand this team. That's why I say I don't know what lane they're in, man. Why would they have traded him last year when he's hot? If he's not in the plans.
You know what you need to do? You need to go to call Farhan, who used to be the president of baseball operations. He was the one that made those decisions. He's gone now. So this could be a totally different philosophy that the Giants have.
That's what I'm afraid of.
But we don't know.
Could be, because I've seen no indication. And until I see a change of philosophy, Eric.
But there's nothing. The problem is nothing has happened since the end of the season till now to actually see that. Look, what things need to happen. All right. You got rid of Farhan. That's the first thing that had to be done. You've got Buster Posey now as your president of baseball operations. The only thing that we could judge it on is how this offseason progresses. We saw him put his team together, so to speak. Now they're in the offseason. We're going to see what they're going to do with free agents and trades. And then we're going to get into spring training. And then we see how it unfolds. Because right now, we just do not know what is going to be. If you want to use direction, that's fine. We don't know what it's going to consist of. We know what it consisted of under Farhan. We absolutely 100% positively understood what it was when Farhan was running baseball, president of baseball operations. We can't make that determination right now.
All we can do this way. Are your spidey senses tingling? Are you getting have you got faith in this organization, Eric?
I can't say. I don't know.
You didn't say that. See,
Posey hasn't done nothing yet. That's the problem. You can't make that judgment. You can't say yay or nay. You know what it is? It's a bunch of NA, not applicable, because he hasn't done it yet. Nothing has happened. So let's
it's sort of like this. It's sort of like this exercise. We're talking about future players. Yeah. Guys will be ready next year and the year after. We don't know if we're yay or nay.
We haven't
seen enough of them either.
No, absolutely. And the purpose of this is to see who are the top 10 in the Giants organization, because these guys may make an appearance either this year or in the short future. These also may be guys that may be part of trades. So we need to understand who these guys are, because we may see some of these names. Look, when there's trades to be done between teams, you know what they look at? They look at the team's top 30 prospects. Right now, we're just looking at the top 10. And that is what other teams look at. They don't necessarily, they'll look at the top 100. I get it. But what they'll do is they'll look at each club's top 30, and that's when they start henpicking. Hey, we might like this guy. We might like this guy for this guy, whatever it may be. So it's a good exercise to understand who is at least in the top third of the Giants' top 30.
We got Dakota Johnson. We got to hope to hell that we see a big trade, Eric.
Maybe. We'll see.
Better be hoping.
Dakota Johnson, 21 years old. He was drafted last year as well. In the fourth round, 116th pick. He is 6 foot, 220 pounds. Hits 40, power 60. He's got some thunder in that bat. He runs 60. His arm is 50, field 50, overall 50. Okay. So it sounds like by looking at these grades, he looks like your prototypical MLB player this year or these days. Low average, a lot of power. There you go. We'll see. One of the best prep athletes in the 2022 draft. Jordan went unselected because he planned on playing baseball and football at Mississippi State. The 3-star wide receiver recruit wound up giving up the gridiron and handled the rugged Southeastern Conference well, batting .336 and bashing 30 home runs in 2 seasons. Left without second and third round picks in the 2024 draft after signing free agents Matt Chapman and Blake Snell, the Giants were delighted to find the sophomore eligible Jordan available in the 4th round and signed him for a well over slot of $1.9 million. Jordan may have had more bat speed than anyone in the 2024 draft. His lightning fast right-handed swing and strength produce high exit velocities and at least plus power to all fields. He still needs to prove that he can make consistent contact because he swings through fastballs and chases breaking balls. Yeesh. Weaknesses that combined to a 29% strikeout rate this spring.
Oh, he'll fit right in.
Ain't that the truth? He made some strides with his pitch recognition and plate discipline in college, but he will have to make further adjustments in pro ball. While Jordan has at least plus speed and may have plus straight line quickness, he's still learning how to make the most of it. He's not aggressive on the bases and is shaky in the outfield, where he spent most of his college career on the corners rather than in center. His arm has gotten a little stronger since high school and now grades as average to solid. All right, let's take a look at his numbers. Not a whole lot. Again, yeah. 2 games.
We're talking about
7 at-bats, no hits.
Hey,
so nothing. We don't know. Again, don't know. He's young. He's 21. We'll know more about him this upcoming year because I'm guessing he'll probably start off in San Jose and then see where he finishes it this year here in the upcoming season, the 2025 season. I'm surprised he's ranked 4th. It's a little weird. I don't know why they would have him ranked 4th. A little bit weird. I don't understand. What's according to that write-up, he sits around 92 to 95, Al. They say there's times he can hit 97.
Guys, you know why he's ranked 4th? You know why he's ranked 4th, Eric?
Probably because it's power.
Because that shows you how much depth we've got in our minor league system, buddy.
We'll see.
Well, watch how thin it's going to get.
We'll see.
And I don't know if Turd Ferguson agrees with me or doesn't agree with me because he starts his comment with, stop the Matos player of the week. Nonsense or crap. But then goes on to say he had 11 RBIs in back-to-back games. He did nothing more. So like I said, if he wasn't in the plans, rather than screw with his development, he had trade value, Eric.
See, but there was no point in trading Matos yet because you still need an outfielder. Maybe he's going to be the outfielder in the future. I don't know. But you got to remember, the organization screwed with him. It's not his fault. It's not his fault in why he kind of plummeted. They had him batting all over the damn lineup. So
he came up to our road series in San Diego, played a couple of games. Now he didn't even play a couple of games, got a couple of at-bats, and was sent back packing again.
Yeah, I know. It was because Yaz was on paternity.
And he wasn't the only one, guys. Too much of that. That might be a word for our future, Eric. Stability.
Well, yeah, they got to have that.
Not a lot of stability within this organization, has there? There's a name I haven't heard for a while. Dan.
Let's see what happens.
Danny.
All right, let's get into the next 5.
All right.
Rainer Arias, again, expected to show up in 2027. He's only 18. He's very young. The youngest one in the top 10 here, guys. Rainer Arias. Let's look at his bio. 18 years old. Signed January 5th. Oh, you know what that means? He was a international draft pick. So almost a year ago. He's 6'2", 185 pounds. He hits 55, power 55, runs 50, arm 55, field 50, overall 50. All right, cool. We'll see.
I'm not getting excited with this list, Eric. I don't know about you. I'm not getting excited.
Well, this guy might have something.
Maybe there's a few Lucianos on this list.
Yeah, well, you're going to get that. Again, this is going to be an international reagent. Where did they say he's from? Maybe they'll get into it. Here we go. Arias' father, Pablo, reached AAA as a right-hander in the Tiger system and now scouts for the Diamondbacks. One of the more physical players in the 2023 international crop, Rainer signed with the Giants for $2.6 million, the second highest international bonus in franchise history, behind only Lucius Fox's $6 million in 2015. Goodness gracious. Ooh. Yeah, what happened to Lucius Fox? He ranked in his pro debut in rookie-level Dominican Summer League, slashing .414, .539, .793 in 16 games, before breaking his left wrist, making a diving catch. That's not good. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. International scouts compare Arias to a young Eloy Jimenez, while the Giants officials say his 6'2" frame and demeanor could make him Marco Luciano's little brother. He's more advanced than most teenagers because he grew up around the game, and his combination of hitting ability, power, and control of the strike zone is rare. So are the exit velocities he's already producing with his electric right-handed stroke and present strength. And he still has room to add more muscle. Remember, he's only 18, still young. Arias plays quicker than his average speed thanks to his high baseball IQ. I like that. But he could lose a step as he fills out. His instincts enhance his chances of remaining in center field, where he spent his entire debut. Though he can't afford to lose any quickness, if he has to move, he'll fit the classic right field profile with his huge power potential and solid arm strength. What do you think? Let's see, did he play anywhere? I don't think he played anywhere. Rookie ball.
Too early for me.
Really. I like what they're saying. I mean, this is an international guy. This is what you want to see. Maybe there's some potential there. We're gonna know a little bit more further along. Again, he's not expected to hit the major leagues until 2027, so we got some years. But he seems like an exciting player that may be contributing to the organization. We'll have to see. Again, he's the highest ranking international guy right now for the Giants. That may change though. This winter when they signed that other the guys that what did they link to? What's his name? Joe Sarr, I think is his name. Supposedly they're comparing him to the next Francisco Lindor switch hitter. So we'll see what young Arias will bring to the San Francisco Giants in the future. Another pitcher, our second pitcher. It's another lefty, by the way. Expected debut is going to be in next year, 2026. 6'5", 200 pounds. Ooh, he's a lanky guy. Already 23 years old. Drafted in 2023. 69th pick. What the heck's 2-6th? 2-6th. Throws left. Bats left. Doesn't matter what he bats. Scouting fastball 55. Slider 60. Changeup 50. Control 50. Overall 50. All right, let's see what this kid has. After working just 5 2/3 innings in 2 seasons at Purdue, Whitman transferred to Kent State in 2023. Took off under the tutelage of pitching coach and former big leaguer Mike Burbeck. He won Mid-American Conference Pitcher of the Year accolades and became the consensus best college left-hander in the draft. The Giants were surprised to find him available in the supplemental second round and only signed him for less than $1 million, only $805,000, and saw him pitch well in a brief pro debut. A true 3-pitch starter, Whitman owns a fastball that sits at 91 to 96 and touches 91 to 94 and touches 96. Playing better than its velocity because of its ride and tail and his ability to command it. See, I like that. It's not a damn arrow. It's not an arrow. His best option is his low 80 slider with horizontal and vertical action. And he does an even better job of locating it than his heater. Interesting. Though his low 80s changeup isn't as consistent as his other 2 offerings because he hasn't used it much, it fades and sinks and misses bats. Whitman did not throw strikes at Purdue, but that's no longer an issue. He cleaned up his delivery at Kent State. And while it still features some effort, he now fills the zone with his fastball and slider. If he continues to refine his changeup and control, he could develop into a mid-rotation starter. Again, kid's already 23. Let's see his stats. Let's see what he did last year. Finished in high A Eugene. In San Jose, 1-5, 4.2 ERA. Average only 229. That's not too bad, but he gave up some runs. Had 54 strikeouts in 50 innings pitched with 26 walks. His whip 1.3. A little bit better in Eugene, 2-3, but his ERA was a little bit inflated as well. Still, man, look at that. 54 strikeouts, 52 innings pitched. Again, his whip was a little bit lower.
I'm not in on him, Eric. I mean,
only walked 11.
My numbers and word of mouth in that article. But if you're looking at a pitcher he throws 91, Eric. Well, you're not going to get a big league hitting with your finesse all the time. And what do they say? He could be. We're getting into that layer now where he could be a mid-pack pitcher.
Again, these are young guys. These are young guys. You got to remember that. Young guys, and they
keep them, trade them at this point. Who cares? Those numbers. That
you don't
doesn't look bright to me.
but you got to remember these are young guys and they're still figuring it out. Look, these guys haven't made the big leagues. These are all youngsters, every single one of them, right?
Yeah. Well, also take into account though. I mean, we're looking at guys now. He played college ball, Eric, a little older.
Yeah, he's a little bit older. Yeah. The guys they drafted out of college will be a little bit older. But again, they still need to get that major league experience while in the minor leagues, because you got to work on things. Look, what may work in college is not going to work in the MLB. So you got to learn. Maybe you got to develop. That's just part of baseball, right? That's why it takes forever for a player to reach the major leagues. It takes so much just development and training. I mean, it's not. Look, not everybody is like a freaking Bryce Harper or Juan Soto or Ken Griffey Jr. or a Matt or a Paul Skeens. You're just not. You know, I mean, those guys are gifted, right?
Put it in your calendar. I see Joe Whitman being a independent league pitcher for a team like St. Paul in a few years, Eric. Not liking it.
We'll see. We'll keep an eye on him.
Now we will. I'm sure
Walker Martin. He's another guy that's been touted. He was drafted also in a 2023 draft. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he battled some injuries too. Again, a youngster, only 20 years old, 6'2", 188 pounds, hit 45, power 55, run 55, arm 50, field 50, with an overall 50. Martin hoarded state championships at Eaton, Colorado High School, winning 3 consecutive 2A titles in football as a quarterback and 3 straight at 3A level in baseball. Gatorade's 2023 Colorado Prep Player of the Year. He led all national high schoolers with 20 home runs, 75 RBIs in 29 games last spring. Giants seriously considered taking him with the 16th overall pick before selecting Bryce Eldridge.
Okay.
Then we're stunned to find Martin available in the second round and snapped him with a well over slot of $2.9 million bonus.
Whoever wrote these did a good job. Snapped them up. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Despite splitting his attention between 2 sports in high school, Martin has a sweet left-handed swing and a disciplined approach. With his bat speed and projectable strength, he has more power potential than a typical middle infielder. He lets his pop come naturally, looking to drive the ball from gap to gap rather than swinging for the fences. Though he hasn't accumulated too many strikeouts and groundouts in his pro debut. A fine athlete who also started in basketball in high school, Martin has a solid speed of 25 upside, whatever that means. While he has good actions and covers ground at shortstop, his arm is merely average and may eventually force a move to second or third base. His frame and offensive ceiling are reminiscent of Corey Seager at the same stage of their careers. Ooh.
Well, one thing he does have going for him, an above average football player, basketball player, and ball player.
Yep. There you go.
Skills.
San Jose, he had, how many at-bats he had? Only 99, so very small sample size. Only 202. Again, he's young. It's going to take him for a while. Let's see, where do they got him projected? 2027 as well. You know, we're talking years away, guys. Mason Black, we already know about Mason Black. I'm not going to get into Mason Black, guys. Reggie Crawford. Man, I don't know. Guy's not going to be here next year. I think I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to talk about Reggie Crawford. The guy just got done having labrum surgery on his shoulder. He's not going to be part of the Giants' future in the next year. And we don't know where his career is going to be. Guys, real quick, does anyone know, did he have that surgery on his, I think he had it on his pitching shoulder. See, I feel bad for him, man. I don't know if he's going to be the same. No, Reggie Crawford is not a trade piece. The guy just got, like I said, he just had shoulder surgery. And I think it was on his throwing shoulder, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken. We'll see what happens. We know that he's not going to be pitching at all this year. Not going to be pitching. That leaves Averson Arteaga. Is that Arteaga? Oh, no, I'm not. It is. I'm sorry. Maui Ahuna. Sorry. We're going Maui Ahuna. That'll be our last one here, guys. 22 years old. Here we go. He is an A. Let's check out his bio. Age 22. Bats left, throws right. Drafted in 23 draft. 4th round, 117th pick. His hit is at 45. Power at 45. Run at 65. Arm 60. Field 60. Overall 45. This guy looks more defensive oriented, right? Hit 45 power, runs like the wind. Arm is pretty good. Defense is pretty good. Brandon Crawford projected as a 1st-round pick in 2008, then had a rough spring at UCLA before dropping to San Francisco in the 4th round and developing into a 2-time World Series champion, 3-time All-Star, and a 4-time Gold Glover. San Francisco is hoping that history will repeat itself with Ahuna, who slipped from the mid-first rounder to signing for a below slot, $497,000 as a 4th rounder last July after transferring from Kansas to Tennessee and trying to do too much at the plate while playing through a stress reaction in his back. The Giants were excited at how good he looked in camp after adding 20 pounds during the offseason, but his 2024 pro debut was marred by an elbow injury required Tommy John.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? I'm not going to even talk about him. When did he have that surgery? I don't even know. Anyways, Ahuna is similar offensively and defensively to Crawford and has the tools to win Gold Gloves of his own. Best shortstop in the system, including the big leagues. He can make all the plays and all the throws with smooth actions, outstanding body control, and a strong arm. He has a quick first step and a well above average speed, though he's not much of a base stealer. An aggressive hitter who employs a leg kick, Ahuna tried to do too much at the plate last spring. His left-handed stroke gets too long and didn't make adjustments. His college strikeout rate jumped from 21 to 31.
Oh, he'll fit right in there.
Yeah, he's going to tone down, or he needs to tone down his approach to succeed. Yeah. All right. We'll see.
Tone down the approach at the plate and strike out less.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That guy, we don't know. Bring him up, says LD. All right, guys, that was the top 10.
He says the
top 10.
See turd? See the turd? He says, man, the list is depressing, man. Saturday night depression. Don't want to talk anybody off a ledge here.
Okay,
that's what we got.
Let's talk. Let me bring it back up. Who is it?
Eldridge.
Who's excited? Who are you excited on this list, guys? Who?
Eldridge.
Hey,
Eldridge,
I'm looking forward to
Whisenhunt. 1, 2, 3. For me, might be Eldridge, Whisenhunt, Tibbs. How about that order?
We all know who drafted these players, Val. Take a guess. Take a guess.
Tonight's show brought to you by Prozac. There you go, Daniel.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, here we go. So, Morcana, just Eldridge and Whisenhunt, okay? Senior, Arias. Yeah, Arias and Eldridge. PMG, Eldridge, Tibbs, Martin. Hiroku, once again, why Giants need to go after Soto. I like it. Here, get rid of this.
It's true. It's true, Eric.
Get rid of this damn thing. Yes. Lethal, Tibbs, Whitman, Jordan. Okay. LD, Eldridge, Whisenhunt, Tibbs, Jordan are interesting. Val, Farhan is trash. Red says Eldridge and Whisenhunt. Morcana, shut the hell up.
Don't forget about Tamayuki.
We don't need more freaking Sugano talk. I've been excited about Rainer.
I spent a lot of time. I was reading up on him today, Eric. I figure if he's coming here, I better know all about him.
I'm sure you did a workup on him.
I did, Eric.
Oh, brother. Are we going to go down this path? Are we going to go down this path?
Well, wait a second.
Oh.
Don't let my research go in vain, Eric.
Well, let's go. Hold on. Let's wait. Let's finish this up, and then we can get into that. I can warm up my coffee. And yeah. Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say about Sugano. All right, here we go.
I don't have much to say.
Eldridge, but is guarded. No one else. None. All have major flaws. Okay. Who's older, Sugano or Arias' parents?
Oh, coming in hard tonight.
We shot 1, 2, and 4. Bryce, Tibbs, Dakota. Gotcha. I like Eldridge. Rainer Arias seems like he might be something. I kind of like what they're saying about him. I'm a little bit worried about Whisenhunt, to be honest with you guys. A little bit worried. We'll see what he does. He had a pretty inflated. Now, granted, the Pacific League isn't exactly conducive to pitching. I think that there's a lot of sluggers here in the Pacific League. Ball travels. You got that damn ballpark in St. Louis and Reno where the ball just freaking flies. So, I mean, granted, you're going to see that too in the major leagues, but Mark, trade them all. Ah, man, that's tough. It's tough. This is why I said they should trade Harrison, maybe Luciano. I don't know. Maybe not Matos because you might have to keep that. Maybe even Whisenhunt, guys. Maybe even Whisenhunt. I don't know if I want to get rid of Rainer though. If you want to trade Jordan, maybe. Jordan seems like your prototypical baseball player of today, right? They say he has a lot of power, but a lot of swing and miss as well. He's got a fast swing, but he misses bats. So again, maybe he develops into something. We don't know, guys. We don't know. Trade Webb and Doval for Mayo. I just don't want another damn prospect. There, let's take a look at something, guys. Let's take a look. And where are you going to put Mayo? Here we go. If you sign Kobe Mayo, where do you play Kobe Mayo? I like Kobe Mayo. I'm not going to say I don't. But where does Kobe Mayo fit in the lineup? What position does he play? Jordan is Jalen Davis 2.0. That's a possibility.
Oh, Jalen Davis. Good grief.
Remember him? Yeah.
Oh. Whew.
Yeah.
Maybe Jalen Davis is exactly the reason why maybe don't balk at making trades in your minor league system, Eric.
Let me see something.
Don't balk at it. Jalen Davis. Holy cow.
Oh, what the hell's going on here? I don't want this. Where are we at? Here we go. Baseball Reference. Let's take a look at Kobe.
Or Katniss says, I'd only trade Whisenhunt if we keep Birdsong. I like Birdsong.
Oh, we're keeping Birdsong. You got to keep Birdsong.
You couldn't move both anyway. You just can't move both of those guys. So I think Whisenhunt is the guy I'd trade. Agree with you.
Oh, gosh. Hold on. Where is it at? Let me minimize this. Gosh, dang it. Because then it doesn't pick up. There we go. Let's look at minor leagues. Let's see what he's done. Because in the May has done nothing.
Trade Bailey.
I'm going to see where he's played. Fielding. Let's see. Let's take a look at this, guys. Kobe Mayo. 2021. Played third base, shortstop. Okay, left-hand sided infield. 2022, third base. Then he played first base, primarily third base. 2023, played a little bit of first base, third base, first base, third base. So again, playing corner infield spots there in 2023. Last year, DH as a 22-year-old. I don't know about that, but Third base, corner infielder. He's a corner infielder. I see nothing about him being an outfielder. Yeah, Chapman's 31. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah. I don't know if Kobe is going to be an outfielder. He might be a corner infielder, but those are kind of already locked up. Not saying that he couldn't transition to the outfield, but 3 years under the belt. 3 years under the belt, and he has never played the outfield. Ah, man, I don't know. Maybe.
What do you think of Kobe Mayo?
Oh, his bat isn't. I mean, goodness gracious! You see what he's done in the minors. Look at this. This is Baltimore. Don't count that. I got 462, 287, 293, 307, 267, 290. Let's see. Hold on. Let's look at this one right here. In 24, because he was an A+ and high A because he did a rehab. They had 25 home runs, 73 RBIs. Struck out a ton too. 102 at 400.
22 home runs, AAA.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Here, let's see something. Yeah.
So what makes you think we could get him?
There's no guarantee we can. To be honest with you, there's no guarantee we can.
No.
Oh, they don't show that, do they? They don't show strikeout percentage on this? Is it only when they hit the major leagues? Yeah, I guess it is. Oh, well. I don't know, man. Again, I don't know if I want to trade Webb for, I mean, Mayo's great. But again, he's great in the minor leagues. Kind of that whole thing. His shot in the major leagues hasn't been exactly very good, to be honest with you.
If I'm trading Webb, Eric, I don't mind some minor leaguers, but I want somebody is going to be able to play.
But is this the time?
Major league pedigree.
Is this the time that you want to get minor leaguers, though? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to put together a major league caliber team. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Johnny,
what do we got here? Hold on.
What's this? I disagree with you, buddy.
Okay, Morrissey, nothing there.
I'm feeling it.
Trying to see if there's anything. Well, what do we got here? Oh, already know that. The Dodgers did make a move. Did you see who they picked up?
The LA Dodgers?
Mm-hmm.
I think they just picked up a pitcher.
Yep. Closer. Back of the end guy. What's his name? Gallegos.
I don't think it's anything. Nah. It's the LA Dodgers, Eric. I don't think that whoopee.
It's going to be pretty.
Freaking do.
Roberto DeSalis, is Tucker available? No, he's going to be a free agent next year. Could they trade for a Tucker? I don't know. Would they? Or is that going to be a guy that the Houston Astros want to hold on to? I'm guessing Houston's not going to want to let Tucker go. Trade for Reich? No, that ain't happening.
If that's what the Orioles need, we got something they could use.
But I got the feeling, I'm telling you, I think the Orioles are going to go something bigger. I think they're going to try to get Crochet. I think he's got better upside than Webb does at this time. And he's got more control and cheaper.
Yes.
Right? Better, cheaper, more control.
Can't blame them. They got a window opening up, Eric. Go get him.
Friedman dumpster diving. Yeah, Johnny. Laugh it up, Johnny. Dang it.
Okay, once and for all, Eric. Once and for all. If we're not going to be competitive, what say you? Keep him or trade him?
Great question. Alfonso. I don't have an argument for that. Good question. I don't know, man. It's gonna be That's a great question, man. You got me stumped on that one. Honestly, you do. I just don't see Posey doing it, though. Could you imagine? Listen to this. Listen to this. Buster Posey takes over as president of baseball, and as one of his first moves is he trades Webb, quote unquote, a fan favorite. Do you think Posey would do something like that? Let's talk about it. I don't care about the Vladi. Do you see Posey, whether we think it's a good trade or not? Do you see Buster Posey actually trading Logan Webb?
Well, let's talk about that for a second, Eric. Guys in the chat tonight, Logan Webb. You think he's a fan favorite? Do you think he's a fan favorite? I don't think so. I think if he was dealt to make this team better, majority of knowledgeable fans could understand that move, Eric.
Where the hell is it?
Your mom and pop's taking the kids on a Friday night to see the game who know the name Logan. Oh, they traded that guy Webb. Oh, my God.
Where the hell is it?
The casual fan might think Webb is the all-being savior, but I don't know. LD says trading Webb would be stupid, Eric.
If they're going to compete, then yes, it would be stupid, right?
But we're not going to compete, Eric.
Are you sure? How do you know? How do you know we're not going to compete?
As of today, Saturday, November 23rd. I can't speak. Dude, I left the crystal ball at the office today, all right? I left the crystal ball.
But we can't say because nothing has been done.
Right.
Nothing's been done.
So as of today, Saturday, November 23rd, I say we won't be competitive. Could that change? Could you change my mind? Could that change?
Fair enough.
On paper, right now, I keep saying we're the same team as last year minus an ace pitcher. Does that make us better? No.
But we're not done yet. Oh, this is great.
Now Tom says LD is right. Glenn, wake up. So they're all LD. Is that LD says Webb is a spiritual leader, Eric.
We don't know yet. We don't know what kind of leader he is. He hasn't done nothing yet. Buster Posey has not done one damn thing yet. All he's done is sign freaking arbitration eligible freaking players. That's it. He hasn't done nothing. He has not signed one free agent. He has not made one trade, but yet we're ready to freaking just say the hell with it. Giants ain't doing nothing. Pack it up. Turn out the lights. Let's not even worry about the next freaking 3 to 4 years.
That's why I wish we knew someone who would come on the show that knows maybe
They're
some.
not going to tell you that.
Hey,
though.
What's the direction of the team, Eric?
They're not going to say that because you're giving away.
If we don't know the direction of the team, how do we know what they're going to do?
Yet that's not our business. That's not our
we
business.
Don't know. So why do we bother coming on here? Why do we bother coming on here, Eric? Because it's fun? Because, hey, I got a couple hours to piss away on Saturday night. Eric, we don't know. Right now, we're Soto. We're Soto-less. We're Snell-less. And we got everything coming back.
You know
we're
what?
Snell-less. And so Eric, are we a better team than last year?
We are not done. No, we're not. But
right.
We're not done. But guess what? There's 29 other teams. There's 29 other teams out there that don't have Soto, that doesn't have Snell, that doesn't have Burns, that doesn't have Adames, that doesn't have Alonso. Nobody's done nothing yet. We can't make that determination. It's being worked. They're in the freaking bunker. They're making their plans. They're going to figure out what the hell they're going to do. We haven't heard. There hasn't even been one shot yet. Not one shot has been fired. We don't know what Buster Posey's going to do. Now, once this offseason is done and completed, then we will know what direction. Is it going to be? Are they going for it? Are they rebuilding in some sort of fashion? We don't know. We have no idea. Zero. He's already waving a white flag.
They may be in the bunker, but they're coming into the fox. They're coming into the foxhole, Eric.
Okay.
I'm saying they better, sure as hell, better do something. This team can't afford to just make moves, Eric. This team has got to pull some doozies to get creative and win.
They might, but you're throwing the white flag. You're being France right now. Don't be France. Come on. Don't be France.
I'm trying to be Switzerland. Jesus.
We don't know. We don't know.
I'm trying to be. Come on.
Trying to figure it out.
I'm Switzerland.
I'm
not saying good. I'm not saying bad. Eric, I'm saying today, Saturday, November 23rd, we're worse than last year.
You waved the white flag. Come on, don't wave the white flag. Stay positive. Look, all I'm saying is stick with me. We're going to see this through. We're going to have to see what Buster Posey does. He has not done anything yet. Nothing.
Eric and Glenn, start selling memberships to this. I'll gift 10 to get the channel going. Woo!
Oh,
there you go.
Man. Appreciate that, Johnny. Hey, just tell your friends, man. Hey, come on here. They could join the conversation. We love
that'll be your gift to us.
Yes. Go tell some friends. Tell them to show up.
And they'll tell two friends.
Even if they're Dodger fans.
We're equal opportunity, Eric.
Absolutely.
We can crap on them as much as our own fans, right?
Architect. They'll get Kim and a mid-starter, according to Alex P. Let's not. Oh, God, I tell you what, Architect. At that point, we don't. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. If that's it, if it's Kim, I tell you one thing. If it's Kim and Sugano and that's it, I'm done.
Did I hear Sugano?
Yep, go for it, man.
I'm back.
The floor is yours. Hold on.
No.
Let me warm up my coffee. Warm up my coffee. I got to hear this. I'll be right back.
How about I take a break, Eric, and I just tell the guys about I'm going to wait for Eric to come back. While Eric steps aside and we have to look at the beautiful interim face of Farhan Zaidi, you can also look at this.
Christmas is coming to Giant Sports Talk Live. Be watching Giant Sports Talk Live beginning December 10th for the 12 days of Giant Sports Talk Christmas. We will announce one qualifier each night for 12 days, and on Christmas Eve, we will draw for a grand prize of a Barry Bonds jersey and 2 tickets to attend a Giants game with Glenn and Eric. To qualify, simply be watching Giant Sports Talk Live to pick a number between 1 and 12. Then, on Christmas Eve, Santa's elves, Glenn and Eric, will randomly choose the grand prize winner. The 12 days of Giant Sports Talk Christmas, coming December 10th to Giant Sports Talk Live on Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting Station.
Have it. Our next contest, Mike. Mike was the winner last night of the Barry Bonds jersey for the 500 Sub Club, our latest winner. So congratulations, another winner, and more prizes to be given away throughout the month of December. And I'm working on a big one with Fanatics right now. Might have a doozy to give away in the new year. But we want to focus on the chat, focus on some giveaways, and focus on what the hell this team is going to do next year. Eric, he's back. Eric, I was just saying what a great job you're doing.
Appreciate it.
And as it stands right now, Saturday, November 23rd, we're worse off than we were last year.
But you can't, it's not correct to make a judgment. No one ever judged a baseball team on November 23rd of any year.
So we just did an hour on all that minor league system. We can't make a judgment on them.
No, it's minor leagues. It's just what's coming up the pike. That's it. That's all that is. We just want to see what the youngsters are looking like out there.
Not a gamer wants you to go to San Diego. He says he wants to hang out with Eric and Glenn.
Hey, right on. Hey, gamer, come on up here, man.
Yeah, hey, wait a sec. There's 2 of us. That's a great idea. There's 2 of us. Only one of him. That'd be cool. All right, good question. Talked about it earlier. my show earlier this afternoon. Why did we resign Yaz? Why? Can you put that in a nutshell? Let's play the shell game.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. Look, if you wanted to sign him as a fourth outfielder, I'm all for it. Fourth outfielder. Woo! Yeah, I love it. If you're say you signed Juan Soto, right? You're winning the game 5-2. Right? Top of the ninth, you're at Oracle Park. Juan Soto was in right field. Now you bring in Yaz in right field. Close out the game, right? That's his point. That is where he would succeed. You have him in right field, have him out there for run prevention, and win the game. There you go. That is the role of Mike Yastrzemski.
All right. Alive says, I thought we were saving on payroll. Right. So you're okay with spending $10 million on your ninth inning guy? No.
Nope, never said that. I didn't want to. I don't understand. Alive, unless they already have a trade that is being worked and they just didn't have enough time to. I don't know, man. I don't know. Alive Insurance. I have no idea.
LD says, why are we even upset about re-signing Yaz? And you know what I'm getting? The sense from LD? Can trade Webb. It's okay to keep Yaz. I think LD has got a little bit of the fanfare syndrome. Let's keep all the guys. It makes sense. Let's keep Wilmer.
No, it makes sense to hold on to Webb. I mean, honestly, it makes sense to hold on to Webb.
Well, why would we be upset?
It makes sense.
Letting Yaz go.
It makes sense to have Yaz again as a fourth outfielder.
LD, that's not the. See, the question LD poses is, why are you upset about re-signing Yaz? I ask LD, why aren't you upset that we signed Yaz? That one I just can't figure out, Eric. It just makes no sense to me. Other than he is our right fielder, 140 games next year, and that's it. We're living and dying with Yaz and right. Because they're not paying him that money to come off the bench and play in the ninth inning for a defensive replacement, Eric, because the guy certainly can't steal. He's not coming into the game in the late innings for any other reason than defensive purposes. So what really is he? I mean, all right. Is he worth $10 million to come off for defensive purposes for one inning in the, twice a week, once a week? I don't think so. Then all this chatter today, they signed him and they signed him and guess what, Eric? They're going to trade him. Well, Eric, I call you up and I say, you want Yaz? All right. You pay 60% of that salary. Then why did I pay $10 million to try to move the salary? I don't understand. This one, I'm totally perplexed. I have no idea.
Let's talk about this. Maybe it's this way. Bogser, what's up? He says because his last name is Yastrzemski. Hall of Fame grandfather, maybe. What's up, Bogser? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Maybe because it's an arbitration. Look, whatever team traded for him would have had to pay the same amount, correct? He was going to get that amount whether he's a San Francisco Giant or whether he's a Boston Red Sox. That's how much he was going to get paid. It's arbitration.
Mm-hmm.
So if a team wants to trade for him, they already know what the quote unquote market value is for Yaz, correct?
Right. But now you've put the eggs are in the basket, Eric. So what if you can't trade him? And that was your goal. Well, that's what we got.
Well, maybe then you DFA him. I don't know. I doubt it. But
when has this organization ever shown an interest in giving away money? It hasn't.
Yes, they. Oh. La Stella.
Not 10. Well, I'm talking $10 million. Sign the guy for $10 million, and you think you're going to get rid
of him. You know how much money they ate on La Stella? They ate $11 million on La Stella. They ate money on Jorge Soler's contract when they traded him to Atlanta.
All right. Oh, okay, fine. But he had been playing, right? He played along the way.
Who's that?
La Stella.
Well, 1 year, I don't think he played at all because he was always hurt.
Right. But I mean,
2 broken legs or some shit.
They got rid of him. We're talking, I look at this as a fresh a brand new signing, Eric. So feel free to argue with me, but I approach this as Yastrzemski, we just signed him yesterday, Eric. Hasn't played a game with us. Now what do you do with him? I guess he's our everyday right fielder.
He might be.
And that doesn't scare the hell out of you.
Oh, yeah, I don't like it. I don't want that. I don't want him doing that, but I don't think that can't be the plan, right? Right? That can't be the plan.
The plan was, look at
That can't
Bonser again. They ate money on who? Tom Murphy. The plan was to give Tom Murphy lots of starts behind the plate. I didn't like that either, Eric.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Even if he was healthy, I wasn't liking it. But, he got injured, and what are you going to do?
Oh, my. You know what? You can't. Some people you just can't argue with, Eric. Just can't argue with it.
I don't think he's some people will say he's worth more than that. He might be because of his numbers, his peripherals, if you will. Again, remember, people don't look
his numbers. He strikes out 26% of the time, Eric.
I know.
He doesn't have
what everybody does.
Weight.
That's what everybody does. That's the problem. That's the problem.
All right, then what does he do? Plays a somewhat decent defense.
Plays an excellent defense.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have Soto out there playing a worse defense and a bigger bat.
I agree. That I agree with.
Where did all this, people are so quick to jump on bandwagons in the Bay Area, Eric. You watch another channel, they throw out a name.
And Yaz is injured.
And then everybody in the chats, every platform are like, we got to sign that guy. I'm like, so if I go on today, I might be stretching a 35-year-old pitcher. They'll be on I hear there's a 35-year-old pitcher they got to sign. Eric. And there's something about, I hate this. Guys, I don't want to get wound up tonight.
It's too late.
Trying to keep it calm. Eric, what is with this? Eric, he's a Bay Area kid. Let's sign that guy. Is that what we're doing? Is it always going to be a friends and family plan with the San Francisco Giants? He's from the Bay Area. He's from the Bay Area. He grew up a couple of blocks from the stadium, so we got to sign that kid. What are you talking about? Get me some damn good ball players, Eric. I don't care if they're from Japan or Australia or they're from...
Hey, they got to sell it somehow because the Giants just, they can't land the big fish. That's why.
He's from just down the street. I'm from just down the street. Eric, sign me. Far out. Ugh. And I didn't even get into the pitching situation yet. I'm saving that. Congrats to Mike, winner of the Bonds jersey last night, by the way. All right.
Yeah, garlic fries and splash hits.
All right, Eric.
Here we go. Good God.
Tomoyuki Sugano, all right? You ready? Here's my take on him. Here's my take on my old pal. It's not this word is kind of sprinkling in that the Giants have their eye on him. Eric doesn't like that. Some guys in the chat don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This guy, maybe 35 years old, twice, Eric, he has won the equivalent of their Cy Young Award. Twice. Okay. All right. So he's going to get suitors, not just the Giants, the Angels. I think the Angels always got to poke their nose into other people's business. I don't want the Angels signing this guy. Okay. This guy, his career ERA is 3.45, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
How many innings do you think he averages a season?
Well, you cut out there. What's up?
How many? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. He's got a career 3.45 ERA. What do you think his average innings are per season?
Don't know.
Almost 200 innings. I'll take that.
He averaged 200 innings?
Career 3.45 ERA, and his average is 188 innings per season.
Okay, so 188 average. Okay.
He was down last year, but he's had innings. He's had seasons with more.
Okay.
Last year, posted a 1.67 ERA with the Yomiuri Giants. He's a 2-time MVP of the league, Eric. A pitcher, and he's twice the MVP of the league he played in. He's got 1,585 strikeouts. Career record 136 and 74. Why do you want to poo-poo on signing this guy when it's only age?
Is the Yomiuri Giants in the National or American League?
Japanese league. I am not prejudiced.
Fair enough.
I go and I get the best player available, Eric.
Okay.
I get the best. The stats speak for themselves.
What about do you take in consideration the level of talent in that league?
Oh, yes. That's why I thought, if the guy was like a 3 ERA, 4 ERA, oh, geez, maybe that's a 6. When you've got a 1.67 ERA,
okay,
that'll translate to Major League Baseball.
Okay.
So why? Do you think, well, that's a Japanese league where he was a 2-time MVP and his ERA was 1.67. So that's going to be 6.5 in Major League Baseball. Is that what you think? Oh, you're kidding me.
No, I'm not saying that. You never know. I'm just saying.
No, I saw that look
he
on
could
your
go out
face.
there. He could go out there, be an ace, or he could be out there and shit the bed. He could.
All right, we got to take a break, Eric. Let's
What's up, Christopher Navarro? Thank you for the freaking $10. I'm a Dodger fan. In no way am I afraid of Yaz coming up to bat. He's like our Chris Taylor. He's just a name, like Kevin Biggio. He's not good. Bring up a kid already. Bring back an LA rivalry. Christopher, thank you, sir. Much appreciated. We'll keep that up for a while. Right on, man.
There's truth.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Glenn. So next year, right, is Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, and Freddie Freeman. Are they going to be afraid of Sugano?
Are they going to be afraid of him?
Yeah. Just like how he said, in no way am I afraid of Yaz coming up to bat. You think those guys, you think the LA Dodgers will be afraid of Sugano being the starting pitcher against the Dodgers?
It's not even a conversation starter, Eric. They're not afraid of anyone.
Fair enough.
They're not afraid of. Are they afraid of Snell? No. Are they afraid of anyone? No. No.
Is the San Diego Padres?
They're certainly not afraid of a Logan Webb, Eric. Jesus.
Are they? Would the San Diego Padres be afraid of a Sugano?
Logan, I'll eat lots of innings, but I'll give up 7 runs in the first 3.
He's got a career 3.4 ERA in the major leagues.
Who? Logan? Yeah. When he's hot, he's hot. And when he's not,
yeah, it's true.
and I'm not making this up. This is strictly, I buy tickets. I go to the games at home, Eric. I go to Orchard Park. I see him more often. I see him actually. I'm not going out on a limb by saying that probably, arguably, I see more Giants games in a single season than anyone that comes on this channel. And I know what I see.
Fair enough.
And if I had my crystal ball here, I see a Sugano.
Ooh, hold on.
And somebody asked, oh my God, when we compete in 2 or 3 years, are we going to compete with a 38-year-old? No, Eric. No. It's about selling tickets, getting people interested in this ball team. Because we're not, Eric, did I say we're not competing? We're not winning a World Series next year. Sorry, guys. Don't want to rain on the parade today. I know there's a lot of rain in the Bay Area. If you're out and about, drive safe, look after yourself. A lot of flooding. Don't want to rain on the parade. There will be no parade next year, Eric. There's no parade. This is a team that Might play 500 ball. Might. But there's no parade.
Take a
There's no
look.
World Series. So what does it hurt to sign a player to give guys like me who buy tickets something to cheer for? Interest. Because I sure as hell am not buying tickets, Eric, to see Mike Yastrzemski play and run around right field, the big defensive player that he is. I ain't buying. I'm going to the WNBA.
Okay.
I'm going to watch Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Asia Wilson.
Let's take a look at Logan Webb. When he was home, had a 2.8 ERA with 7
And remember, one more comment, Eric. One more. Very important comment.
Yep.
It is not just about winning. It's not just about winning, Eric. If you own the ball club, it's also about selling tickets.
Okay.
You're providing people entertainment. Watching Mike Yastrzemski, I am not entertained.
Fair enough.
End of discussion.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, here we go. Logan Webb, when he was home, was 7-5. Had a 2.8 ERA. 101 innings pitched. 79 strikeouts. A whip of 1.0. Pretty good. On the road, not too good. 6-5. Had a 4 ERA. With a 1.4 whip. He plays much better at home than he does away. Again, because Oracle Park helps that. It's not so bad, though. He did pretty damn good playing at home. Not so much when he's away. Still a decent player. He's still a decent pitcher. Again, that's Logan Webb. Whether or not he's going to be traded, we'll find out. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at MLB trade rumors.
Brooks says, oh my God, WNBA, we've reached the bottom of the crater. Well, guess what? Every night next summer, there's going to be close to 19,000. Boom. Boom. Just like that, Eric. Like that? Already can predict. Next summer, every night, 19,000 minimum. Descend on the Chase Center. How many seats are going to be empty at Oracle Park when the Valkyrie are playing at home? The team that sold out their season in less than a day with no players on the team. The interest is already there. There's an excitement, a buzz. People are, Eric, you walk around the Bay Area, see a lot of Valkyrie shirts. There's a buzz. I go to the games. I'm telling you guys, I've been to the, can you tell on television, Eric, out of curiosity? You're watching a Monday or Tuesday night game when I'm over at Oracle. Do you actually realize how few people are at the game on a cool
you
night?
Could see it in the beginning of the games. You could see it's a little bit light, but they also only show the second deck and below. They really don't show the upper deck as well.
Oh God, the upper deck on a Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I can have a section to myself. You know where we sat, Eric, for the game when we went?
Mm-hmm.
There would be Bernice and I sitting there. Maybe another young couple make it out in the top row. That's it. That's it, Eric. So, again, if I'm the owners of the Giants, I'm looking. Well, they're probably not. That's the arrogance of the team, Eric. The arrogance of this organization. They should be looking over their shoulder and concerned about selling tickets, Eric. It's competition, man.
Right? Let's take a look at this.
Competition, somebody's taking money out of your pocket, buddy.
Here we go. While Sagano would obviously be a rookie in terms of MLB experience, he does bring more overall seasoning than most of San Francisco's in-house rotation candidates. If the Giants chose to accommodate Sagano by adopting a 6-man rotation to emulate the Japanese standard of pitchers, starting once per week, such as an arrangement might also help manage the innings of younger pitchers, though Webb and Ray might prefer a more traditional 5-man schedule. Due mostly to his age, Major League trade rumors projected Sagano for a 1-year, $12 million contract this winter, though a 2-year pact certainly seems feasible. Such a relatively inexpensive deal might be of particular interest to the Giants team that is reportedly planning to reduce spending after going over the luxury tax threshold in 2024. Roster Resource projects San Francisco's 2025 payroll is just under 155 at the moment with a tax number of 182. Again, this is much higher now because of yesterday's signings of your arbitration eligible players. That leaves the Giants with plenty of spending flexibility before they reach last year's opening day payroll of roughly 208, as well as the $241 million luxury tax threshold. Since the Giants have been linked to such hitters as Willy Adames, Ha-Seong Kim, and even Juan Soto this offseason, it would be that Posey is planning to make a bigger splash to address the club's greater need of hitting and then spend more modestly on pitching help.
Is that what Ha-Seong Kim has become in the write-ups? A hitter.
Whatever.
No.
This isn't the first time the Giants have been linked to Sugano, as they were one of the several major league clubs interested in his services.
Here we go.
The Murray Giants posted him during the 2020 offseason. Sugano didn't end up finding an acceptable contract and ended up re-signing with the Giants on a 4-year deal. That included 3 opt-out clauses. He might as well stay in Japan. He's going to get way more than he gets here in the freaking States. Sugano chose not to trigger any of those opt-outs, instead finished out his contract's full 4-year term.
Yeah, he took the money. And now...
You know what? Because the major leagues ain't going to pay him what he's getting paid.
There's no posting fee. They're going to be able to put that money into his contract. No posting fee now. So, anyway. All right.
I don't know.
I don't like Hope. I've said that. Ha-Seong Kim, 227 last year. And we're calling him, the Giants are looking at signing hitters.
Defense.
All right. So we'll give up less runs next year. We're going to improve in that department. We're going to score less runs. Jesus. I don't see. I see the writing on the wall. Saturday, November 23rd, with what we are working with. Oh, I got the paperwork, Eric. With what I'm looking at right now, we're not as good next year as we were last year. And last year, we're looking at a very good team. Can that change? Yes, I agree with Eric. That can change. But as of
it's
today,
going to change. It's going to change.
Oh, it could change. All right. Let's bring in Ha-Seong Kim.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Jung-Hoo Lee, I said he's going to bat 326 next year. That's my long shot at pick. I'm hoping. I'm 326. Let's go, baby. But is that going to win you 15 more games? No.
Yeah.
Not going to. Eric. Ricky Anderson didn't seal you 120 bags, Eric. He's still finishing last place playing for the A's. Come on.
What's up, Eddie? Did we sign anyone?
Nothing of note.
Nothing yet, man. Let's see what happens in about a week or two. About 2 weeks, we'll find out something.
Now, Alive Insurance didn't go out on a limb, Eric, but he called it like it is. Too many Ks, can't hit with runners in scoring position.
True. That's 100%.
There you have it.
100%.
There you have it.
That's why you got to go out there and get some professional hitters.
Why do you think I'm grasping at straws with Jung-Hoo Lee? You don't think he could bat over 300? You don't think Jung-Hoo Lee could win a batting title in this league?
You never know. It might be possible.
It's possible.
The way it's been watered down, yeah, it's possible.
When he's a star and he bats 236,
seriously. Where is the batting average these days? It's not out of the realm of possibility, man.
Yeah, we had no situational hitting.
No, we did not. Every day we were coming on here in the post game talking about hits with runners in scoring position.
Kim is the next Conforto. Conforto gets hurt. Kim is hurt. So, hey, Maybe he's already there.
Chapman has one season with only 80 or more than 80 RBI. Only one season with more than 80 RBIs.
Yeah. Some guys, their name gets elevated, Eric. He's got the glove. He's a Gold Glove Award winner. He's the big defensive third baseman, right? He's a vacuum cleaner over there.
Yes, he
had
is.
a little more errors this year, though, didn't he?
He did.
Father Time creeping up on him?
But he also got a lot more chances, too. I don't know where his chances were. You got to look at that, too. How many more plays did he make at third than, say, other positions? So that could be a possibility. You know what it is. You get more volume. Of course, where is it in the percentage-wise?
Right on, Joshua. He says situational hitting. We just didn't have any hitting. That's right. I agree.
It was tough, man.
I agree. Boy, it was a rough April and May last year. I'll tell you that. Tuning in every night. Yaz was striking out 3 to 4 at bats early last year.
It was bad. Early in the seasons was rough.
And when you got a guy who's going 2 months of the season batting 180, do you know what kind of numbers you got to put up the rest of the year, Eric, to bring it back up to respectability?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you are. And they go, and I hate that, Eric, when you tune into a Giants broadcast or any team for that matter, no matter what ball club you're watching. I love ball. I can watch any two teams. I'll throw on the game and they're like, Eric, he gets off to a slow start, but man, he's a great hitter. Then why is he batting 180 after 65 games? He's a great hitter. That's like any of you guys ever watch Moneyball? That guy's a great hitter. Then why, if he's such a good hitter, why is he not hitting good?
Good point.
Question, right? All the scouts huddled around the boardroom. He's a great hitter. And then you look at the stats and go, he's a great hitter, but he doesn't hit great. So anyway.
Wait until Soler starts hitting. Yeah, how many times do we hear that? Holy crap, man. When he started hitting is when they wind up trading him.
Melvin said that a lot last year on the radio. If you listen to the pregame shows in KMBR like I did. Eric, John Miller would say, oh, it's a slow start. Well, give him another 45 games. Geez, he was saying that in June, Eric. Like, how long do you keep saying that before it loses its credibility?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going through the motions over here, Eric. I'm just going through the motions, man. We haven't seen any moves. I'm hoping.
Nobody's moved. Honestly, who's making moves?
Yeah, I'm trying to stay positive like you, but so far,
I mean, even if you don't want to be positive, there's no reason to be negative yet. Sure, the optics, I've said this, the optics look bad, but nothing's been done yet to bring in new players into the organization yet. Not one new player has been added to the roster yet. There's no way they go through the offseason and not add pieces to the roster. No way. Honestly, that wouldn't make sense, right?
And the only reason I don't get as excited or keep on that, excitement train like Eric is I haven't seen a track record.
Yeah.
Fair to say?
Fair to say.
Eric says we haven't seen that track. They're overdue. We got something good coming.
It's a different.
I'm the other way.
It's not. Look, you cannot judge the team right now the way it was in the past because it's not the same. There has been so many changes in baseball operations within the Giants. We cannot. Yeah, we'll drop it, Dilly. We'll drop it. There's no way, guys, that we can sit there and say that the Giants are the same as they were last year because it's a totally different organization.
For the better or for the worse, we don't know yet.
Yep. Doesn't have a track record as far as a executive, Mark. Not as a player or not as a, what do you want to say it? Yeah, as a player. He doesn't have a track record as performing the job as a POBO.
I'm getting tired of waiting 6 years later, Eric.
Well, we have to. This is the time of year everyone waits. Look, we can't, nothing's going to get, now.
Hey,
It doesn't happen. This is not the time of the year. It's always winter meetings or beyond. Always.
you know the good news though? Bernice and I don't have skin in the game this year. It don't really matter. I haven't bought season tickets. I don't
Sure.
care.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
be
care. Right now.
surprised.
I got no money on the line, man.
Oh, gotcha, Mark. I'm
haven't
surprised.
bought
I wouldn't
tickets.
be surprised if there's a lot of people who haven't bought season tickets, to be honest with you. Alive says signing Yaz is not a good start. Okay, Alive, this is what I said yesterday, talking about the optics, the way things look, right? You got the extension with Chapman. Granted, there's a lot of people that liked the extension. There's quite a few people who don't like the extension. 6 years, 150 million, no trade clause. I didn't like it, right? I did not like it. But if it meant that it was going to lead to something bigger, I was good with it. Because look, is Chapman a good player? He's a good player. Is he great? No, he's not great, but he's a good player. Then they hired Zach Manasian, if I'm saying that correctly. A lot of people were like, "Ooh, why are you hiring a guy from inside the organization? Maybe you should have got someone from outside." Billy Owens was a name that was thrown around, right?
Still is.
There's a few of us that was talking, "Hey, how about we bring back Sabian?" But he went with Zach. Again, people were kind of eh. And then they hired Bobby Evans and Jeff Berry, who was Buster Posey's player agent, as advisors. Again, people were kind of not happy with that. And now you got the signing of Wade and Yaz and Duvall and Rogers didn't make a fuss. But the whole Yaz and Wade deal, people are kind of up in arms about it. Look, I get it. I understand. I totally understand. It looks like we're going down the same road that we have over the last 6 years. So again, there's a look that it's the same, but we don't know because they have not got into the heart. I mean, we're not, again, the off season hasn't even really truly begun. Yeah, there's been a few deals. Yesterday, Brady Singer and Jonathan India, there was a trade between the Royals and the Reds. You got the Dodgers who signed Gallegos, a late inning reliever. You got the Angels who've made a few moves. They signed Hendricks and Soler and a few other pieces, right? Who else? The Royals, they wind up tendering contracts to Waka and Hunter Renfroe. Again, that really wasn't free agent. That was within the window that you can work with your players within those 5 days after the World Series.
Well,
again, yeah, nothing's going on. Snell, Burns, Fried, Severino, Manaya, none of those guys have signed. Soto, Alonso, Adames, Kim. Who else is out there? None of those guys have signed. So there's nothing going on. No trade. Well, there's that one trade, but no significant trades. Come on. Let's see what happens.
Eric is the guy, the half of this program. He remains positive. But
my bad.
But
I
for
was
me,
planning another one.
Huh?
I got rid of it. Hold on.
But for me, Alfonso says we can. All we can do is hope they get us great players.
Yes.
All right, fine. Keep up the positivity. Oh boy, Eric likes to be positive. Be positive until they disappoint us. What are you talking about? I have been disappointed year after year after year. How can I be positive? I'm already disappointed. And yes, enough of the BS break-even crap. I agree. But be positive until they disappoint us? I'm already. You got to win me back. I didn't renew my tickets. I'm already disappointed. So I'm not positive. Eric likes to be positive. So be it. I'm Mr. Negativity. So be it. If you don't like it, come on. But be positive. They've already disappointed me, Eric.
Really? They haven't done nothing, though.
Last year and the year after and the year before and the year before that, I am already disappointed.
It's a different team.
It's the same team.
No, I'm talking about the organization. The Farhad's not here.
Same, Eric, until they do anything different, it's the same freaking organization to me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
All right.
He's in Winnipeg, Bogser. That's why it's a little bit different.
And yeah, why would I renew? I'm going to tell them that too when they call, Eric. When the phone rings, and you know it's coming. And you know what I think it'll be? After they make their first move. Glenn, calling for the Giants. You want to renew those tickets? Say, well, I got a lot of money tied up in the Valkyrie right now. But yeah, I can go to I go to half of the home games for $5, Eric.
I tell you what, Glenn, you go watch the Valkyries and I'll go watch this guy.
Yeah, isn't it, Daniel?
There we go. Hey, again, guys, we don't know where he's going. He hasn't signed it yet, man. He hasn't signed yet.
Moneybags, Eric. I'm going to see this guy. I could only get you to one. I could only get you to one Giants game last year. You're going to be flying over to New York every weekend. Come on, man.
I'm going to be going to San Francisco while you're over there in freaking the Chase Center. I'm going to be over there in Oracle Park watching freaking Juan Soto freaking hit the ball over the park.
Free Pepsis at the Chase Center for me.
Enjoy the free Pepsi.
That won me over. I'd rather go to the WNBA than the Giants, man.
Oh, man.
I love it. I love the WNBA.
We'll see. Look, we'll stay positive until they say where he signs, right? That's all we can do. We're just fans, man. That's all we are. We're just fans.
When was the last time you did a poll? Is he coming? Yes. Is he not coming? No.
Everybody says he's not coming.
Oh, I'm seeing some tonight in here. He's coming.
He's probably not, but I'm doing my part. Look, I said that. I'm a fan. I wouldn't love to see him in the orange and black. But I'm not oblivious to the fact that he probably isn't. But we don't know, man. We don't know.
A Greg Johnson bobblehead. We need an Eric bobblehead. We need an Eric bobblehead. You can order those homemade. You can order custom ball. I got to get an Eric Roma bobblehead. Bring him on the show. Eric, is Soto coming?
Yep, there you go. Here we go.
What a smart guy talking about 35-year-old pitchers.
And you know what's interesting? There's Soto news is kind of died a little bit, hasn't it? Haven't heard a whole lot of Soto news lately. Sure, there's talks about meetings and all that stuff, but as far as any other news coming out, I think the last thing we heard was that, what was it, like four days ago? No, the Dodgers had a meeting.
I heard the Royals this week had the meeting with them, and I'm just hearing little sprinklings online that the Giants will be hopping in soon.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, Cody Bellinger. Ooh.
Jesus. Gilly jumps on the bandwagon, man. Quicker than watching a Western on AMC. Wouldn't he?
What's up, Dilly? How's it going, man?
I mean, it's not too bad. It doesn't make it makes sense. It would make
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It would make more sense than like trading for Naylor, if you think about it, because it's low commitment to get Bellinger,
Okay.
because he has an opt out
Bellinger.
after the next 2 years, and that would give them flexibility to be like, it'd be up to Bellinger. But if
Well,
Bellinger didn't want to,
When you could have got Bellinger for about $6 million a year, why didn't you
oh
do
yeah,
it? It's
no.
okay to spend $28 million on him.
Believe me when I say that I was one of the earlier people to be like, "Oh, Bellinger's not on the Dodgers anymore. They dumped him. We absolutely need to pick him up," and it didn't happen. But I wanted him. I wanted him bad, and then he went and raised his stock with the Cubs, obviously. But I think it would be a great acquisition actually, because you could use him. Like I said, it's lower commitment because of his opt-outs. And that allows you to have like a stopgap at first for Eldritch.
I'm with Heckmo.
Oh, he's
I'm
tired of
off
the
of it. Not interested. In
I'd rather do. I want to get some guys who are going to be with the team for a while. You know, I'm tired of the just. Hey, we'll give you 3 years and opt out every damn year.
Bellinger didn't come here when he was somewhat cheap. Now we're going to quadruple his salary per year. I said, you know what? Go sign somewhere else.
Well, it would be for a trade, so you would.
Yeah, it'd
think
be a trade for 1 year, but if you could get an extend, would you extend him?
I wouldn't be opposed to it because he has the first base and outfield capability.
True.
And I honestly think that he bats better when he's a first baseman.
But after 1 year, we don't need either position, right?
Well, after 1 year, we definitely don't need first.
Or
if
outfield.
all things go according
To
to plan.
plan. Yep.
We'll have
but
somebody
he's-
better than Bellinger.
He's elite in the outfield defensively.
He's good.
So I don't think it would be a bad idea. Like I said, if you use him as a stopgap this year, I think that makes a lot of sense because it solves your first base problems this year, gives you a power bat potentially. And I think, like I said, he bats better when he's at first than when he plays in the outfield. In 23, when he had that prove it deal with the Cubs, I'm pretty sure he played more first base than
And
outfield.
I think if
So-
they were going to get Bellinger,
no, he's not a free agent. No.
no, they'd have to trade.
Not a
But
free agent
Yeah.
every single year.
If they wanted Bellinger, guys, don't you think that would have been addressed 10 days ago? And you would have
No.
said, then we're not
No,
spending
I don't-
10 million
I don't
on
think so.
Yaz.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Do you think we
Too
should
early.
get Bellinger and Yaz? And we've got Wilmer and Lamont at first. And you're playing you guys seem to be playing we hope we can just dump a lot of our players.
No, you could put Bellinger on first base.
I was gonna say
Get rid of
goodbye,
Get
Wade.
rid of Wade, get rid of Wilmer, and you have Bellinger
And
at first base.
that brings me to my second point of
This team's
if you pick up Bellinger via trade, whatever that looks like, I don't know what you would have to give up for him. But let's assume that he replaces Wade. You can now dump Wade. I think you package Wade and whoever else in another trade to the Astros, who have a question mark
did they
at
just-
first base.
Well, what did they just sign, Eric, yesterday? What was the deal for what was the re-signing, one-upping on Wade? How much?
I'm not sure.
I
Honestly,
think
I'm
it's
not
like
sure.
4 million or something
Right.
like that.
So if I'm Posey and the Giants, so I'm like, we're not going to compete next year. We're not winning worlds. I am not getting rid of Wade after signing him to 4 and going out and getting a guy we got to pay 28.
Well, you wouldn't pay 28. They would eat some of that contract, and you would trade away some players for it. It wouldn't be straight up, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think, and I have to agree with the senior. I don't think Wade has any value in trading at all. As a first baseman, he's got no power. Sure, he has a decent average and he's got an outstanding on base. His defense is okay, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone maybe as a bench
If
player,
you-
maybe.
If you put Wade and Duvall in a trade to the Astros for Valdez, do you think that gets done?
No.
With who?
Valdez.
Wade and who?
Wade and Duvall.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
Because Valdez is a free agent in 2026.
Yeah, I know. I
So-
don't think.
I don't mean to burst a bubble here, guys. But no one is trading. No one is trading for Lamont Wade Jr. Sorry.
It would
Not-
have to be more than that.
Yeah, it
Nobody.
would be. I don't know, because Duvall has so much control, and the Astros could use the
He
bullpen
does.
help. And Wade kind of you can.
But
stick
don't the
him in.
Astros also need some starting pitching too, though? So it kind of you
Yeah.
get strong in one area, but then you weaken yourself in another. I don't know if they would do that.
I don't know.
You might not be wrong, Christopher. I could be wrong myself. Wade could be the first baseman for a team like the White Sox or the A's. That's about it. And I don't even know about the A's. Lamont Wade Jr. No, I don't. Eric, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the Wade. That Wade one, I thought they could have just said nah.
Let somebody else sign him.
I don't. That one I don't understand. To be honest with you, that was,
So if they didn't sign him, then maybe you might be able to win me over. And then it's just that much on a Bellinger. But you just went
yeah.
out. You're giving Wade the money. I don't know. I again, it begs the question: what is the direction of this team, Eric? Let's just bring everybody back, and we'll worry about trading them or trying to figure out who we bring in. I don't get it, Eric.
mhm.
There's just, pieces aren't moving around the chessboard here. It's just the same. We got the same
These are just-
characters.
arbitration. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Arbitration.
I don't know. I liked the Bellinger idea because it a lot of the aspects kind of made sense because it allows you to make a trade so you're not like sacrificing draft picks and all that kind of stuff, signing free agents. And he fits the profile of what we kind of need in the short term of someone who plays first and can fill in the outfield, like considering injuries and stuff like that. And he's low commitment because of the opt-outs. So I don't
God, I
know.
hate
And
those
he's young too. He's got a hefty contract. So
Yeah.
All right, Dilly,
It's-
what do you think of
I
last
don't
night?
know.
What do you think of last night when we were in here talking about? I mean, the buzz of the day was Yaz. What do you think of
Yeah.
them signing Yaz and giving him $10 million?
We already talked about that.
Yaz
yesterday.
is fine. And that's whatever. Wade is less fine. I don't know because there's a lot of teams out there. And honestly, I felt better about trading Wade away before the arbitration thing was all over. Because if someone like Connor Joe gets dumped by the Pirates,
He did.
someone like Wade who profiles the same as Connor Joe, just Connor Joe's better, in terms of what you would use them as, then no one's going to take Wade because they'll just take Connor Joe instead.
Isn't that sad, Eric? Isn't that sad? And no disrespect to Dilly, but it's just his comment is sad. And it's the truth. Connor Joe is better than Lamont Wade Jr.
Yeah. And I
That's
would,
a sad tale in itself, isn't it?
I would say that, yeah, confidently.
That's a sad tale.
And like I said, it gets even worse because you look at the Giants and the Pirates. The Giants I see as a better team than the Pirates, but yet they kept Lamont Wade and the Pirates dropped Connor Joe. So,
Hey, Alfonso, were you watching the show earlier? Dilly, have you been in most of the evening?
yeah, I have.
Alfonso took exactly out of my mouth what I said earlier. What did I say earlier? Right now, it's the same team minus Snell.
Mhm.
So technically, we're not as good as last year. And last year, we couldn't play 500 baseball.
Yeah, on paper, that is not, you're very correct. On paper, we are most certainly technically not a better team than we were last year because we did lose Snell. We also did lose Conforto, which I know Conforto is nothing like to cry about, but he was a contributor to our offense there for a minute, being streaky and all that kind of stuff. So we did objectively lose out between last year and now. However, you do have to factor in the fact that Jung-Hoo Lee will be participating at full health again. So you lose Conforto, but you get Jung-Hoo Lee back. I think that's an upgrade.
Yeah.
But
did
as
you
far as
watch-
pitching goes, yeah.
Did you watch much of the upstart Pirates last year? They had a pretty good season. They got off to a great start. I watched a lot of Connor Joe, and I had him in my fantasy league. Mark says Connor Joe is way better than Wade, but then Greg says you're tripping. Lamont Wade's better than Connor. I don't think it's not even they don't match up. Connor is so much better than Lamont Wade Jr. Connor Joe can steal bases. He was hitting for average. I don't know what it finished off last year, but that guy was dandy in my fantasy league.
Well, last year.
And if anybody wants to
100
trade for a Lamont Wade if I end up with a Lamont Wade in my fantasy league, give me a call. You can have him. So he says Connor batted 228.
He did, in fact, bat 228.
Connor Joe all over. So we're having the debate now. As always, if you want a good debate, talk to Greg. He says we're tripping. Connor Joe isn't the player Lamont Wade Jr. is.
He's got more pop. That's about it, right?
And that's arguable, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest with you.
Because he's when he played for Colorado, he in 2021 and 2022 he hit 8 and 7 home runs, and then 2023 he hit 11, which was a career high.
Hey, Marcus. Can I bring this in? Marcus says, I feel bad for you guys. I'm in the Dodger Nation chat, and you guys have to argue over mid-level players. I hope you guys get better because it's good for the rivalry. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah. We're arguing over the Connor Joes of the world on this channel and the Lamont Wades. That's what we have belittled ourselves.
Man, come on. We talked an hour yesterday on a 35-year-old freaking pitcher.
Well,
it's a Tinder spot.
I mean, come on.
If
the Giants are that bad, then why are we talking about Sagano?
I really did think it was funny that earlier today, whenever I saw that tweet about the Giants being interested in signing him,
I saw it again. I was like, here we go again.
I was like, oh man, it cracked me up because I just immediately go back to Glenn and him buying a jersey with Sagano on the back of it.
Oh, you know it.
Smiling cheek to cheek.
You know it, boys. You know it. If he signs, I'll be the first. Did you know that I was the first person that had a jersey made with Jung-Hoo Lee?
You were the first
Did you get a custom one?
I had a custom. I was the first Jung-Hoo Lee jersey purchase.
You know what you should do if they sign Sagano?
I know what I'm going to do.
You should buy his Japanese Giants jersey and wear that. I think that would be kind of cool.
I'll get a custom-made Yomiuri Giants jersey.
Yeah,
I've got a Team Japan jersey. I've got a Japanese jersey from the World Baseball Classic.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's got the pinstripes, the piping on it, the big J, and of course Ohtani on the back.
Yeah, no, you should get his Japanese Giants jersey. I think that would be cool because it would be different from everyone else's. If whatever I say, everyone else's, it'd be different.
I'm hard pressed. I'm hard pressed to wear anything but a Wilmer jersey when I go to the games. I wore Wilmer the game I went with Eric. I had the orange Wilmer on. I think. Yeah, I did. The picture is orange. We had our group.
The Orange Friday jerseys are my favorite.
Yeah,
those are. It's hard to beat that.
I've got Wilmer's jersey from every team he's played on, home and away, special jerseys, got them all, except the only Wilmer jersey I do not have that he wore is the Tuesday night jersey. That's the only one I'm missing. Yeah. I didn't get one of those. Wilmer's going, gone. Guess what? Wilmer is back, baby.
Isn't this? I think this is
why Wilmer?
The last year of his career.
I like Wilmer's productivity at Oracle Park. Gap hitter. And when he gets on a hot tear, look out. He can be one of the hottest hitters in baseball, that guy.
Let me see something.
Let's see.
You're doing the same thing I'm doing, probably.
What's that?
He's looking up numbers.
Yeah, I'm looking at Flores right now. I'm curious about his contract. He's getting paid $8.5 million.
And what a deal. That's a great
It's an $8.5 million team option with a $3.5 million player option.
So we got head-to-head players there.
Head to head, man.
Connor Joe's on the left. Lamont Wade is on the right.
Who would you take? 6 WAR.
Okay.
Names are almost the same. Plate appearances a little bit more on the right. Hits a little bit more on the right. Home runs a little bit more on the right. RBIs significant. Stolen bases. Batting average almost the same. On base much better on the left. Slugging. Got.
I would I'll take the left, Eric. Solely, you've got another.
I think the left is.
You've got another 2,000 at bats there, or not 200 at bats there.
So the guy on the left.
Take the left. I'm taking the left. And the
I
stolen
feel like that's
bases.
Wade.
Taking a left. All right, let's do it. You take the guy on the
Yeah,
left.
I
All
was
right,
gonna
we got
say,
it
I
on
think that's
record, ladies
Wade.
and gentlemen. Glenn has chosen Lamont Wade Jr. over Wilmer Flores. Came straight out of the guy's mouth. I choose the guy on the left.
I chose the guy on the left. Absolutely.
Oh man.
Again, that's over the last 3.
Oh, wait a second. That's over the last 3 seasons?
Yes.
Oh, I'm taking the guy on the right
Well,
there.
Okay. Keep in mind the fact that Lamont Wade you still picked Lamont Wade, and the last 2 of the last 3 seasons were career highs for Wilmer Flores.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Hey, I'm not altering the numbers. I'm just pulling them up as they are. There's
Abraham, I guarantee you, my friend, they can pull the wool over my eyes, but if they do the Pepsi challenge,
you'll know
you
it.
see that on TV back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
I know my Pepsis because when there's a Coke in the fridge,
That's pretty damn. Yeah, I could tell the difference between a Pepsi and a Coke.
and I told you in Mexico, Pepsi doesn't come with sugar. So I had to drink
I
sugar-free.
think that's against the Geneva Conventions, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is.
It was against my convention. Ugh. I knew there was something off about it. Bernice is like, you realize? She goes, you're a little calmer than usual. I go, oh, it must be the vacation. She goes, no, there's no sugar in the Pepsis. I'm like, I knew something was different this week.
Mike is asking, have I seen that kid pitch for the USA? His last name? No, I have not.
Never heard of him, to be honest.
Never heard of him, Mike.
Easy, Val. Now I go to bat for Val, and then Val comes in with Wilmer's trash.
I mean, he's not great. I don't want to say he's trash, but he's not good. Do Wilmer and Connor Joe. Yeah, we can
It's
do that.
not fair to put up Wilmer over 3 years, Eric, against anyone.
Why?
What did Wilmer do last year? He was hurt, man. He had surgery. So to even include last year is a detriment to the statistical analysis.
That's fair.
Isn't that fair?
That's fair. Hold on. Let's try something then. Let's try something.
If a guy goes 2 for 12 to start the season, then gets hurt, he's like, well, Glenn, he only batted 050. Well, wait a second. Hold on.
That
Yeah,
really
that-
only hurts the counting stats, though. That doesn't hurt like average and stuff like that.
Come
'Cause
on.
it's extrapolated over those 3 years.
Come on, Hiroku. Like that. There's having
Oh,
fun
what
and
the
then
hell
being
just happened?
silly. Let's compare Brandon Belt and Wilmer Flores, Eric.
Come on. What the hell just happened? Hold on.
Let's compare Juan Soto and Mike Yastrzemski, Eric.
Hold on. Trying to see some. Here we go.
Are
Trying
the
to
winter
see.
meetings the first week of December? Or the
Yeah, I think
second?
December 8th is when it starts, I believe.
Okay,
Second
it'd
week.
be Second week. All right.
Let's see something here.
So, Dilly,
Yeah.
if we come on the show in a week's time and we go, Breaking news. We have signed the Japanese 35-year-old pitcher to a 2-year contract. Are you going to go, oh, crap? Are you going to go, oh, yeah, maybe Glenn's on to something?
No, I won't be disappointed. I think I'll be more indifferent. I'll just, because it'll be more like
Dilly's a friend of the show. See, he doesn't kick a guy in the nuts when he's down. Right?
I'll be curious. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic.
That's what I am. I'm curious. It gives me something to look forward to, to tune in for, to cheer for, to try to analyze. Because when it's the same old, I've already been there and done that. And that's why I don't have tickets. I already bought tickets to watch that product.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I'll be indifferent. I'll be curious as to what goes on with that. It's the same type of feeling that I have with Ha-Seong Kim's brother, signing him, like that kind of an idea. If they sign someone like that, I'd be like, I have no idea how that's going to work out, but I'll be curious to find out. It's like, I don't know.
Hecklo says he's not moving the needle anyway, so well. Oh well.
I think that would be a smarter move if you wanted, because we need a pitcher, obviously. If you signed him and then really spent the extra money that you would have allocated to getting a top tier pitcher on a bat or a couple bats or something like that, then I'd be okay with that.
Nice call, Dilly.
I want to see something.
Take the risk on the pitcher
Holy
with those
crap.
numbers.
Yeah, lock down the bat.
Big bat.
And you know what? I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
All right, riddle me this. We'll throw our two guys out there. If the winter meeting, if it's Christmas Eve, we're doing our little show, looking back at yesterday and looking forward to tomorrow. And I say, well, so far all we've done is we've signed the 35-year-old pitcher and we signed Bellinger. What are you thinking then?
You know, I don't independently, I don't hate either of those moves. I think that's fine. As a whole, as like that's what our off season was, that's tough. That's kind of tough.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie. So you would need like one extra something going on there. And you still haven't, if you signed both of those guys, or if you picked up both of those guys, you're not giving up any draft picks. So you could still go out and get like a free agent who's tied down with the qualifying offer.
I think when you're the San Francisco Giants and you have relegated yourself to the level that we're at, taking a flyer on a pitcher who's 15-3 is not that bad a risk.
Yeah, and it comes down to the
try to
price.
get some excitement around the team, sell some tickets. Why not?
Yeah, and like I said, I look forward to you flaunting your jersey that you're gonna get.
Ooh, I'll be doing it, baby.
I look forward to it. I hope it works out for you.
Well, we'll see. Bernice won't let me buy any more jerseys at the moment.
There's going to be a new stud in town.
There's a new rule in my house. If I want to buy a jersey, I've got to get rid of 2.
I can't do that. I'm not messing with that right now.
That's a tough go.
That's a hard ratio.
Yeah. I'm going to get rid of my Brandon Crawfords. I've got a bunch of Brandon Crawfords. I might move those. You know the one jersey I don't own? Logan Webb.
Okay. I should have expected
You got to get yourself a Logan Webb. The guy's good, man. He came up with the organization.
Homegrown.
He's a good pitcher. Not gonna say he's great, but he's a good pitcher.
He's not a very nice guy, I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's right. You're biased. I forgot about that.
I told you, all the little kids were at the hotel at midnight. Nobody around but Webb, me, Bernice, and about 3 little boys. Can we have your autograph? Nope. And I'm looking at Bernice like, what?
We don't know the situation. Maybe he was dealing with something. We don't know. You can't judge him in that one small instance, right? You can't.
Yeah, well, I can because I asked for his autograph. I said, I'm a little tougher. I'll ask him for the autograph. He said, no, but get me at the ballpark tomorrow. I'll sign for you tomorrow. I'm like, well, fuck, you're right here now.
Maybe he just- maybe
So I
he
go
just
the next
wanted
day to the
money.
ballpark. Guess what? He's walking toward the bullpen. Woo! He avoided me at all costs. He would not sign. So he's you know what? Don't lie to me. Just, you know what? I don't have time for him.
We don't know. We don't know. I mean, come on. That's
The only
We
way
don't
I can get his autograph is to go over and pay my $89 at Lefties, which I might have to do because Lefties is a proud sponsor of the show. Speaking of Lefties, Duxwell Printing, GenesisGoldIRA.com, Signatures for Soldiers. See, Signatures for Soldiers. Anybody who signs for that, great ball players. Great ball players. They're good guys because it's all for charity. And BetterCreditCards.com, the signature advertiser here on our show. Did you know that, Dilly? BetterCreditCards.com. Our feature.
I did.
See? I keep telling them, pays to advertise on Giants Sports Talk Live.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got that out of the way. Are we wrapping it up soon? Because if you guys want
yeah, let's get out of here, man. I'm ready.
I'm ready to
Gilly,
go.
Again, thanks for
Sounds
showing
good.
up, man. Appreciate
No
your
worries.
input.
For sure.
Talking some baseball, man.
Twas
Thanks,
fun.
Billy.
Right on.
Peace
Let's see what
out.
happens. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens. Take it easy, man.
For sure.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, there.
I like what you know what I like when Dilly comes on at the end of the show.
Comes
Kind of
on,
a
yeah,
wrap
it's
up.
nice. I like it, man. I like to hear different perspectives of what people are thinking out there. It's freaking awesome, man.
I'd like to see some more of the guys. We put up the link.
Yeah,
I'd like to see
absolutely.
more
Yeah.
guys pop in.
You put the
Like,
link out there.
open
Anyone's a
forum
willing.
here.
Hey, anyone wants to show up? Come on in, man. Like to hear what you guys have to say.
Look at this. Is that true? So Skaters gets a lot of autographs. So he and I actually, this is a topic for he and I. Skater says, Brandon Belt, I don't sign pictures of me holding a bat. Well, fuck, you know what? Just bite me.
Logan got caught in a web of lies.
Nice. Yes, he did.
That's fantastic.
Hey,
That's fantastic.
hey, Skaters. So Skaters is always over at Oracle Park looking for SIGs. Not like Kim, who's looking for SIGs of a different nature. Skater, who would you say is the biggest FU guy you've wanted an autograph from? Visitor and San Francisco Giant. Can I ask you that? Again, hate putting guys on the spot, but if you
You know, I've heard my uncle, his brother used to do a lot of baseball memorabilia stuff, right? He'd go to all these card shows and, you know, sell his stuff and get some autographs. And you know who he said was the biggest asshole ever? Have a good one, Val.
see Val. Night.
Take a guess who was the biggest asshole. Now, we're talking about the 1980s. Who do you think would have been the biggest asshole?
Pete Rose.
Nope.
Bo.
Who?
Bo. Jackson.
No. The biggest asshole
Baseball?
was baseball.
Ricky Henderson. Oh, this guy must be a doozy. No, Goose Gossage is great.
Jolton Joe.
Joe
Jolton
DiMaggio?
was he says he was just a crotchety old miserable man. He was, I guess he was really, really bad doing those card show stuffs. Who
Crotch.
knows
Crotchety.
why? I have
Hasn't-
no idea. But he
Hasn't
says
met
he
us
was
then.
he said he was just an asshole. I was like, wow, really? That's crazy.
Skater says DeSclafani.
DeSclafani,
No
oh, really?
go. And Luciano hates signing. Well, guess what, Skaters? No skin off my nose because I'm not asking Luciano for his autograph. I don't care. I had a bunch of autograph Logan Webb stuff. Guess what I did with it, Eric?
You sold it.
With Bernice as my witness. Within 48 hours, it was all up on eBay. So good riddance.
Did you? What was he an asshole, Bogser? He might have been different at a Christmas party, but at card shows, that's what I've heard. He wasn't a very nice guy. DiMaggio had them say the greatest living player. Yeah. I got Snell on his no-hit card. Hey, that's pretty damn cool, Greg.
Was that the Skaters? Was that the Tops now? See, this is different. The conversation is leading differently when Eric's like, what are those two talking about? The Tops Now. What? Yeah, Skaters, was that on the Tops Now no-hitter? Yep. Right on. What, in a nutshell, how is he, by the way, Snell? I've never gotten Snell. I've never asked Snell for an autograph. Met Snell, never asked for an autograph. What's he like?
Oh, you guys got me on the other day. More cat, dude.
What's that? Oh.
Dude, Adam, you should have hands in baseballs. Oh, man, dude. Oh, man. That's
all right. I'm out of here, Eric. Gotta go.
Oh, my God. We know, McKenna. We know.
Oh, not a gamer got Snell. Nice. Probably down Petco. All right, Eric, I want to get out of here, buddy. Gotta go.
Yeah, let's go. All right, guys. Be back
we
tomorrow.
Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Hopefully you want to see us tomorrow. I love being seen, Eric. Hopefully they're all back tomorrow night, 8:00.
Right on. Tomorrow, 8:00. What's the topic going to be? Have no idea. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your Saturday night. We'll be back here Sunday night.
Can only get better.
Come join the conversation, guys. It's fun. All right. See you guys. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.